doing? Let's go ahead. Let's get it started. Welcome to it live trading with Benzinga. We're going to go ahead and talk all about what's going on right now. Did Russia pull back the troops? Did they not pull back the troops? We'll talk all about that. Stay right here on Benzinga and hit that thumbs on up. Let's get it started. Welcome to it. Who's getting that chicken dinner? I know I want one today.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part, it's beatable.
What's going on, traders? I hope you guys are doing good and getting ready to get at the market. Yes, my swing trade is down, but I already covered that with a bet that I did with Brian. So ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner already getting started. What can I say?
Yeah, I bet on the Bengals. I gotta say, it was a great game right up until the end when the referees took over the game.
That's what should happen, right? Right?
What's that again?
That's what happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't happening all game. And I'll be honest with you, the play selection by the Bengals coaching staff on that last drive has got me scratching my head. But I'm a man of my word. I lost $40 to you. I will say, key risk management play on your part when I was all hyped up and you're like double or nothing. Let's go. Key play right there. That's what changed the tide. So I like it.
Well, one thing is when you have the high conviction picks to stick with the plan, right? I mean, there was a time where I definitely wanted to put a big bet in, like money wise, when they were playing Brady, because to me that was the game. If they could get over the Brady game, that was what I thought would give them the confidence to get towards the Super Bowl, because that's what they needed, some confidence.
And the way I looked at that game is that, first of all, they should have lost that game. They got outplayed in that game by Tampa Bay. The only thing that happened was that the secondary for Tampa Bay had a miscommunication at the end of the game and allowed Cooper Kupp, who's having arguably one of the greatest wide receivers ever.
We'll say miscommunication, but it seems like everybody has a miscommunication when Cooper Kupp is out there. So
you can even watch it. You can even watch the two guys there yelling at each other. I mean, like I said, congratulations to the Rams. I think they're kind of frauds, just me, but I bet on the Bengals. Ryan. I lost. It is what it is.
Chicago's been trying to spend money to win championships. They can't do it.
We all
can't do it.
We were talking about actual franchises playing in a meaningful game. Let's not bring in the Bears who are I don't see. I was having a good morning.
It's okay, man.
Kind of ruined it right.
I know. It's like the Lions fans out there. Don't worry, guys. You guys stay in the battles. Maybe one day. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Don't worry about it. At the end of the day, the Rams paid for that championship. So let's go ahead and pay for some of our trades today. Let's take a look here. SPY really trying to get back above the 445s in the pre-market. Couldn't hold above that level. Then you start seeing what? We got a number, and it starts fading back down. Of course, this is a pop based off of, I think, just purely that Russian news that was said that supposedly they're pulling back some troops. I mean, I'm going to use the word supposedly because I don't trust anything that comes out of Russia, let alone something like, oh, no, we were just doing drills, and now they're done, so they're coming on back. That's what it was.
Yeah,
we just run military drills off of the borders. It's just something we do, Ryan.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yesterday, I was in and out because I was doing stuff, but I was taking a look at the market and I was looking at the news and I was like, this seems like a rehash of stuff that we already knew. Then I saw some tweet by the Ukrainian guy saying that Russia was going to invade on the 16th, and that sent the market down. And my initial thought was, where did we get to in a point in time where militaries are just going to announce what they do and you'll know the date of what they're going to do? I mean, the whole thing just seemed ridiculous. I was like, let's see what we're going to look at tomorrow. for the market, meaning today. And then I woke up today to see that they're trying to pull troops back. I mean, your guess is as good as mine, my man. We got to play the hand that we're dealt. The one thing that I will say is that we're still in a very choppy market, and this is making it even worse. So, I don't really think anything's changed yet. And if I'm not mistaken, the same guy, or maybe not the same guy, but there was a similar report about how Russia was backing down before they invaded Crimea years ago. So take it with a grain of salt, supposedly, allegedly, whatever word you want to use.
Well, I think a lot of the times, one of the things that I've been seeing the U.S. been doing is been popping the bubble of Russia every time it's been said to been thinking about invading, or there was said, remember the propaganda that was said, and we popped that bubble. We just been popping bubbles. So I think I got to pop one more bubble here. I got to pop our bubble by bringing in the one, the only Zunaid.
Oh,
let's put him in the middle here, man.
He had
I wasn't ready.
Do you see that?
My bad. What? I didn't do anything. What's up, y'all?
What's going on? I see the first thing I gotta say, the fresh cut.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
swaggy swag. And look, closet closed, guys. Closet is
closed. Closet is closed.
I don't know if that's
Does
a
that mean we
bullish sign.
again? What was it again? Do we short when the closet's closed? What do we do?
I'll be honest. I haven't looked at TradeView to figure out what my stats on that are, so I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, one thing I definitely think that we got today was a little bit of an oil scare, right? It's working both ways, though. I think today you saw a huge drop in the morning, but I'm actually going to be looking for oil to rip out today. Why? Because I've been thinking that, hey, what's the way that oil gets to, let's say, $120 a barrel? I think it's the Russian war. I mean, if that happens, I think that's definitely the way that it gets there. And you saw huge pullbacks 2 days in like this MRO. I'm going to be looking for this support to play in. The support is off of the February 2nd low there. You can use that as the support. You can see how it runs right into it. 2035, what is the low on that candle? 2034. So that's what we're going to be looking to see a bounce off of MRO. See if we can get it back up towards 21 or 21.25s. Let's see if we can get an oil push there and see if we can get that bounce. Of course, gold. Gold is the trade, guys, that I've been calling on out. Gold pulling back today, giving you an opportunity in GOLD. I'm still in the swing trade of AU here, guys. It did pull back a little bit. I'm in the red right now, about like $10 down here. Could add to this position today. The big thing is I do think that we're going to get a push right back on up. If you look at this hourly candle, it is looking really well. Now holding back above 21s. Want to see a close above 22 today. So looking for a big push. That from right now where we're at, that's already a 3.67% gain there. So if you guys are looking for day trading, maybe AU, maybe you ride off my swing trade. Whoever knows, only you guys know out there. Like always, make your own trading investment advice. And like always, what we're here for, guys, is to show you guys the process, how we attack it. And then like always, you guys make your own risk decisions. Let's get at it. What are you guys looking at? I'll go to Zunaid first.
Yeah, I want to quickly talk about Microsoft yesterday. You can see this line. This is what we all traded live, right? This is where we got the calls. And finally, Microsoft stopped teasing us, and it went ahead and gave us a nice move on those calls. So hopefully y'all made some money on that. I wanted to point this out because, again, you can see that it kind of broke above VWAP. And as always, we say, hey, look, grab some shares, grab some options here, not full size. But then on the retest, you can go and grab your full position just for that better risk reward. And that worked out yesterday for Microsoft. So what are we going to do today? $299 to $300 area. I'm going to keep an eye on Microsoft to go long to get additional movement, especially if this whole market volatility for no reason apparently is behind us. Now, another one that could be fun depending on price action is going to be CAR, Avis Budget. I believe the last time they reported, we got this beautiful little move right here. If everyone remembers, Spencer talked about it at around 200 or 300 bucks, and it went all the way to 500. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. We don't know if it's going to happen or not, but what levels am I going to try to capture? If it gets down to about 181, or if it breaks above 200, one of those, I'm going to try to get like a YOLO call. Might have to do like a debit spread, a call spread if it ends up being a little too pricey, but CAR definitely on my radar, if you will. And then, of course, you've got NVIDIA. Actually, mRNA is what I'm going to go to. You had the CEO selling out shares yesterday. are sold out shares. And then yesterday you saw the huge decline, but the 138 level held. So if it comes back to test 138, maybe you can try to grab it long. But if it breaks 138, good spot to go short, or 150. So if it goes ahead and tests 150, look to get some puts. 152, $2 risk, get yourself out. 144 or so would be your first price target. And that's what I've got for my stocks this morning.
Moderna CEO also deleted his Twitter.
I mean, that's got to be bearish, right? I mean,
scary stuff. That's
Yeah.
either a short or a no touch. If you short it, be
Yeah.
careful. Wasn't Spencer a buyer of Car at 500? I can't remember. You have to refresh my memory on that, Zunaid.
I would not be surprised.
And then if you could do one more thing, if you could pull up that same Microsoft chart that you just had. One of the
Sure.
things I noticed, I think you said your level was 299, 300. If you zoom out just a little bit more, you'll realize that the VWAP close from the day before, put your cursor on that closing value of the VWAP, which I believe is that yellow line.
This right here?
Day before, it's at what, 298?
Yeah.
That's
right here. Oh, right here. Yeah,
right
yeah,
there, 298.
Yep.
So
Yep.
to me, that's going to be your level. I think if it comes back in there, you probably bounce off there. I'll be looking at that YOLO with you as well.
So talk to
go
me.
ahead.
I'm sorry. Talk to me. Why does the VWAP matter there? I'm curious.
The only reason that I bring that up is because it's the closing VWAP, right? So a lot of times traders will look at the actual VWAP at the time of close. They don't really care about it during the day because they're not looking for intraday trades. They look at it at the close. And in fact, one of the traders that we talk to on our happy hour all the time uses this strategy for a lot of indexes to determine when they're going to actually come back to the mean, regression to the mean, right? So if something's oversold, that spot where the VWAP closing print is actually one of the spots where the stock can come back to. So I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not saying it's going to, but when I look at that chart based on where those values are, to me, it sure looks like that 298 level is going to be in play today if that thing sells off.
I've got a line out there. We will see. That's interesting. I've never heard it used that way. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, let's watch it. Let's watch it and see how it goes. That'll be interesting. I can actually do mine here real quick. Let me go ahead and throw this up. So couple of things real quick. Shout out to our news desk. First of all, at here at Benzinga, we actually broke 2 stories. One of them is on ticker AGRI. So if you go into the news feed here, you can see exactly what's going on. So it looks like there's a purchase here, a definitive agreement to acquire Delphi Group. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm most likely butchering it. In any case, this is a penny stock with some fairly decent news here. We've seen some of these run in the past before. This is already up in the pre-market. I want to see how this stock behaves when the market opens and when volume pours in. And then there was another one that we broke on ticker MIGI, MIGI. This is Mawson Infrastructure Group. You could see we also had an exclusive story here. So this is Bitcoin related. Bitcoin is up today. So I want to see if either of these get any type of movement when the market opens. So I'm going to be watching out for those. Shout out to our news desk team for doing the real scrappy work. If we take a look here at the movers tool, we also, this is just worth mentioning. I don't really think there's going to be a trade here. Resin, this is a former penny runner that we've traded here. We've talked about it here. This has appeared on scanners. This is going back a couple of years on this ticker. They actually have a buyout for $450 in cash. So if you were long this, it looks like we had a close yesterday right around 120.
Damn.
Long this, you got a really heavy premium. I know there were some members in our Benzinga Pro chat who were long calls on this name. They're going to have a really good day. No real action here, but worth noting because this is one we've traded before. And then of course the big news of the day, who's ready to go to space? Who's ready to pay $400?
I was wondering why they were
go to space.
Oh, wow.
Because apparently tickets are going to be open to the general public starting tomorrow.
Take me to space.
I want to go really bad. I will say I'm going to wait for the Black Friday deal instead of shelling out $450,000 on the ticket. So we'll see what happens come Black Friday. But I'm not going to be the first one in line. If anyone gets a ticket, I expect you to let us know in here. That's going to be that should be a fun time. We're going to see how this trades today, right? This might not have any impact on how it trades. Certainly doesn't have any impact on the fundamentals. At least I don't think so. We'll see if this ends up catching any type of momentum because of that news. That might be worth watching.
Hey, well, we'll see what happens there. I definitely, if anyone wants to throw up a super chat to get me to space, I mean, go ahead and do so.
A super chat to get Mitch to space. We might be able to crowdfund that. Let's give that a shot. And then real quickly, we have some news here out of Joby. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because this was actually last week. This was actually a scanner play that turned into a great little day trade for some of us that took that. We have some news today. Joby Aviation shares are trading higher for the company, and ANA Holdings announced they'll be forming a partnership to bring an air taxi service to Japan. So what we should do is fly Mitch out to Japan, have him take the air taxi around, and then send him to space on Virgin Galactic's thing. So let's see if we can crowdfund that today. We're going to need some more likes than what we have.
Ryan, I'll just do a trade, YouTube style or Twitter style. Just make 450K today,
Okay. All right. So let's just load up on something like Amazon right out of the gate here. YOLO.
Yeah, Sundial going to $10 today.
Is Sundial going to 10? Hey, we might be able to get to space if that happens.
All right. So one that I will put on alert here, the night scope, supposedly, Ryan, I've been hearing rumors.
Here we go.
Rumors out here with Nightscope, guys, that supposedly they've been getting rumors of supposed buyout mentions at $23. Guys, this is trading at $8 right here. If that is true, then definitely you might see this stock rocket through. So what I did is I set an alert there at 860s to go ahead and alert us on the top side of this. Of course, this is so much on the speculation side because I haven't heard any news reporting it, but I will put it out there as speculation in KSCP, and we're talking Nightscope. We'll see what happens if this one could get moving today.
Yeah, didn't they just go public?
Sorry,
Spaces for the elite?
No, I was just going to say, didn't they just go public?
Yeah. They went public. They went to like 29 and came back. This thing has been a monster. Real quick, John Lewis with the comment of the morning so far. Space is for the elite. The rest of us only get the metaverse.
That's
I'm
really
going to go
funny.
to several different galaxies wearing my goggles, John.
That is actually funny. I like that.
I'll tell you one thing. Definitely, since the day I was young, I was a big Apollo 13 fan. So if I could just get to the moon, I'll be happy. So that was one of the best movies for me when I was little. I used to always get questions. Why are you watching that? Well, I mean, I want to go to space, man.
It's funny that that's the one that you chose. You know that they had like a giant catastrophe on that space flight. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
I'm just making sure that wasn't lost in the excitement for space because there are
I think it's something to remember, right? Problems are going to happen whenever you're dealing with space, right? I mean, same thing. You could look at ASTR. It's gotten destroyed off of kind of when they went into that problem of the separation. Look how this has dropped there, guys. It's gone from around 575 now down towards 330s. You're talking about a 41% cut there off of a failed separation there. And so just to kind of remind people, space is hard, guys, and investing in space might be even harder, especially when you're talking about rockets. So I think you look always at like something like I'm thinking about taking a longer term shot in something like Black Sky or like Planet, right? Those are the ones that are kind of the satellite imaging ones. These are going sideways right now. And so maybe you're taking a look at these. But for me, I think space is still kind of holding off right now. Let's take a look here at some other plays here before we get to the bell. We got about 4 minutes to the bell, guys. So if you guys got a stock you guys are taking a look at in the chat, definitely go ahead and throw it on up. Right name is right. Mitch wants to go as high as possible. I don't think that's I won't disagree with that statement. Let's keep going.
Don't you live in like Colorado or something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already a mile high. I mean, let's keep it going, right?
I was just going to say, taking it by your silence, you will not refute that statement. Nope, he's all good.
I'll hit the star and I'll keep it going. Let's go, guys. I'm going to be looking at some stocks today. I think an important area that we need to kind of pay attention to that most people aren't looking for shorts is in healthcare. Healthcare has been getting hit pretty hard lately. If you take a look at PFE, that one took a dip yesterday and it's been taking a dip the last couple of days. I'm looking for if PFE can get moving, but Moderna, you can also take a look at mRNA. You can see how this really is taking a hit. Look at the last couple of days. Look how it broke hard yesterday. You could be looking at these for potentially shorts, biotechs. I think this is all about reopening, trade actually on, and now you're seeing what biotechs come back vaccines stocks that were making big moves, I think you're going to start seeing them really give up those gains. Like an NVAX is another one that I'd look for a short today below 79.95s. You could get a big breakdown towards, let's say, 75 or 70. Not a bad look for shorts if you're looking at some of these reopening trades have been holding well. Look at American Airlines. I might actually be looking at this for a long today, guys. I'd be looking for a pullback, but it's already pushing in the pre-market, and that's where I hate when stocks take off without me. But American Airlines definitely looking good here. JetBlue looking good here. I'd be calling that one out. Another one that I take a look at is Airbnb. Look how that just jumped 10 cents there. Someone jumping on that JetBlue. Hey, guys, leave it for me. Let me get it. Airbnb has been holding up well, guys. We've been talking about this one since last Monday. I know I sold this one a little bit too early, guys. I got this one, and I sold it up there for a 10% gain, but I could have been holding still for it would be up about 13, 14%. I'm going to look to see if this one can get through the highs. It does have earnings, I believe, after can you confirm for me, Ryan? It should be after the close today or tomorrow. It's one of those 2 days. Can you at least confirm for me on Airbnb?
That is earnings schedule announced for today. So
Today.
after the close
Boom.
Today, conference call at 5:30.
All right, so watch for this one to maybe do a little run into it. And then, of course, maybe we get a little sell the news because this has been running into that move. CCL took a break for 2 days. Watch for this one to come right back on up there. If we do get a push in the SPY, we do get a push. I'm looking for these overall reopening trades to get that push back on up. Carnival Cruise did release news yesterday that they said that all their fleet would be on active in the summer. And so this is what another kind of bullish call out because NCLH, if you guys remember, Norwegian actually pushed back all their ships to April. And I think you might even see NCLH recall that call and change that up and be like, you know what? We're going to go cruising, guys. So watch for these guys today. We'll see what happens. NCLH is another one to watch.
All right, markets open, folks. Good luck.
All right, SoFi being called out. Papa Bull looking for calls on that. Anyone still talking about drone stocks? Yeah, drone stocks have been out of kind of favor for a while. But Ryan, if you want to touch that, go ahead.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to say there real quick about drone stocks is that they were all the rage. And there was a lot of talk about the future of drone stocks and the applications. And I'll be honest, I'm still bullish on that. In fact, I still own a stock that I'm bag holding substantially here. Problem with drone stocks is that a lot of these companies need money. And now we find ourselves in a rising interest rate environment where borrowing money is not going to be easy in this particular market. So I think a lot of those stocks are getting sold. What I will say here is that if you do your research and you have a good, sound, fundamental company, those are probably still going to be good plays in the future. I just can't tell you when it's going to start working. The other thing is that that company needs capital and they have to dilute their shares during this environment. To do that, that could be painful for you. So something to keep on mind. I am still very bullish on drones. It's just not the right environment for it.
Long here, long right out the gates, guys. You guys were literally watching me watch this NCLH. I left it up so you guys could see that red to green move there off the 2180s, taking a shot here. NCLH risk is that 2177 down here. Let's go, guys.
Dude, I looked at cars again yesterday, by the way, and oh my God, I got depressed. Bro.
Yeah, I'm sure you got depressed real quick, man.
Jesus Christ.
If you need to get a car, man, right now it might not be the best time.
It's not, but it's, we'll talk about it more as things slow down, but boy, I was not happy.
What? With what?
I'm thinking about getting a car, and just the prices are outrageous, as I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love to hear your on the boots experience from that. It's brutal out there.
Yeah, we'll talk about it here shortly. Let's see. I'm not really seeing much. I might take a stab at let's see what Nvidia's doing here.
Doing a big wick here on NCLH. I might just stop out right here. I'm just watching it right now because I am seeing some shares filling here.
All right, I'm gonna go and take a
recovered.
I'm going to take a stab here. 260 calls on NVIDIA expiring this week. I went ahead and got filled at $6.80. That's 260 calls this week, NVIDIA. Risk is going to be below 248.
I'm trying to scalp CalV here. KAVL through 290. Not looking good, though.
All right, now we're slightly above 250 on Nvidia. I needed to poke right
Boom.
above.
AAPL. Oh my God. Out. Okay.
Nice.
Wow. Woo.
Nice.
Boom,
That was a
baby.
good one to start.
Here, Liz,
Bang,
you have
bang.
your here. What was it? KAVL.
AAPL 290 in here. This was a small trade. Let me see if I can pull it up here for you.
All right, guys.
So,
I want to call
here.
out
Yep.
stocks
So
that are
real
up.
small trade, like I said, in and out of this real quick. Just 2,000 shares on a stock that's just under $3. So we're not really using a whole lot of capital here. Went through 290, pushed through 295, popped up to about 310, closed it here for a 280 gain. I was in that trade for less than a minute. I'll take a $300 gain just to start the day here. Might have piked this a little bit. Looks like we're kind of consolidating here around the pivot around 310. We'll see if this sets up again, but this is a good start to the day for me.
All right, guys, NCLH reversing there. Let's see if we can get that nice push here through the 22s and start getting some lift here. There's 22 showing on up. Let's see if it continues through here and gets on up there towards the pre-market high. Pre-market high is up there towards 22.23. Resistance, next one is 22.11. Going back to you, Zunaid.
Yeah, I can put up 3 stocks here for us. Hang on one second. What are you on? NCLH?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ryan, you let me know if you have anything. I'm going to go ahead and stick to the Qs here as I'm keeping an eye on that. Now you can see 248 around this area is when I got those calls. So which is why that's going to be my risk off, which is going to be low of day.
1,908 order on New York Stock Exchange there at 22. Huge wall there for NCLH, calling it out.
You've got car tanking big apparently. Let's go ahead and take a look at
Boom.
car.
Just flowed through there. There's
Damn.
about 60, 70,000 shares that just flowed through on NCLH.
It chomped it, Mitch. I brought it up just as you said that. Literally chomped that and went right through it.
That's what I wanted to see. Now I'm looking for VWAP to hold here and continue the move. It's looking really strong, so I'm not looking to sell right now. I could get into this, but right now I'm looking for VWAP to hold here. Let's see if we get a nice push there towards 22.30s.
One thing here that I really quickly should have done. That trade happened so fast that I actually didn't have my lines prepared. One of the things on KAVL probably should have just taken half the gains here, because one of the things we're looking at here is a really, really big gap. We are actually in that gap too. I believe that gap is right at that 295 spot. Yep. It looks like 297. So right in here up to 440. Pretty big gap there. And I would imagine if this momentum continues, we might actually be trading up into that gap. I probably, if I was being a little bit more tactical, I probably should have only sold half. The trade happened so fast, I just took my gains and left. I'll see if this sets up again though.
All right, gotta be careful with that AU, guys. It's almost to that mark where I'd stop out. I put a stop out at 2040s. So if that does stop out on that gold trade, I'll let you guys know. That'll be a 4% stop out. We're looking for a 9% upside move. We'll see if we can get that. NCLH still working for me here. Looking great. All right, guys, so out the open, let's see what was moving out there. And I do have my watch list that I gave out yesterday. T-Mobile up actually 0.43, TAP up 0.36, CCU up 0.36, also Discovery up 0.2. I do like that one today. XOM, oil up 0.2. Look for that one. We'll see if this NCLH continues. From the open, actually, healthcare getting a little bit of a bounce there. Look at this little push there. So take a look at some of those healthcare getting some bounce. Consumer cyclicals also doing well today right out the gates. Auto manufacturers, I will call that out, up 3%. So take a look at your Lucids, your Fords, your LIs, your GOVs, your NIOs, your whatever, really, honestly, in auto, you'll probably see up. So definitely take that out. Chermo saying you got a 19% scalp. Ooh, that's what I like to hear, man.
You were asking about chicken dinners, Mitch? We're getting ready already.
Got to get that chicken dinner when you can get it, guys. All right, guys, going to look to sell some into this move here in NCLH. Let's go ahead and sell half of it here. All right, start to see the momentum here. I'm going to look to see if it slows down. I want to see it try to push there towards the 2220s here.
All right, NVIDIA, nice little move past at the 250 area now.
SPY cooperating so far too.
SPY.
All right, there you guys have that push into the 20s. Let's see if we get some momentum here. All right, selling half there, right there at the 22.19s. It slowed up there. I wanted to see the continued momentum. When I saw the slow up on the tape, that's when I hit the out there. If the tape kept on the speed up there, I would have held for a second longer, looking for that pop up on the offer side. But right there, you can clearly see it slowed down there. So I don't mind taking some profit there, looking for a VWAP bounce trade. Now, if it comes back to 21.95, we could add the shares back and look for the continuation. There you guys have a pop towards the 25s. We'll see if it can continue making a move. Nice trade out the gates today, NCLH. Tesla Rippin said Zen Bush and Chris.
Yeah, Tesla is it's above 900. Yeah. Now, all right, look, here it's at the here. Let me go ahead and do it this way here. Now it's at 910. You had some resistance at 910, kind of close here pre-market. You can obviously see that it had a tough time breaking through and containing itself above it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at that 910 level. You can see if you go to the daily, Tesla's just kind of been in this range between like the 850s and like the 950s, just $100 range, back and forth, back and forth. Can't seem to get out of it, but let's see.
All right, guys, important spot here for me in NCLH if I'm going to take profit or not. Why? Because it's the high of the day. Pre-market high of the day. We're hitting it right there. Look how you get the Harmy right there. That's an important level there. Let's see if we can push through it. If we get a turnaround, let's say below this 22.05s, we could just take out the shares.
Long AGRI here. This is the one that we talked about where our news desk, sorry, I had it on the wrong screen, where our news desk broke the story this morning. It looks to me like it's curling. I'm actually kind of trying to front run this because of a successful trade here. I think we actually take out this 204 here and pop. My current price is going to be 197 here. I can actually bring that up on here. We can actually do it live. So basically, this is what we're looking at. I'm looking for a pop here above 204, and I'm basically just going to take the gains off this table. I think if we trade back into 194 and snap it to the downside, I'll probably end up taking gains here. Here's this big wall at 204. We snap this, I'm probably out. Pulling back here. Oh, bummer. Oh, no. Give me one more pop back up here. You guys see that trade go from green to red on me really, really fast? That's what we want to avoid. Still looking a little strong here. I think if we can't break over 297, probably just kill this.
All right, guys, about to get out on my NCLH. I'm seeing it slow down. Don't want it to come back to VWAP here. So just riding the momentum wave right now. Saw right there, they stacked up there at the 33s. There was 12,000 shares that went through at 22.31. Keeping an eye on the big orders here because there's been some big ones now. There you go, 37 showing on up. Let's see if we can get 40. Slowing down there. Boom. I'm taking 35s there. That's it. All the shares are out there. Nice $80 trade right out the gates. Let's do it. Boom.
Nice job. And real quick here on AGI, or excuse me, AGRI, felt a little heavy. It actually pulled beneath my stop. Of course, we've talked a lot about mental stops and hard stops and the difference there. Had I have had a hard stop, I might have been flushed out. This is what I was afraid of. You could see it's pulling down here a little bit more. So if this sets up again, for me, the next trade here is going to be through 204. I really can't get mad about trying to front run a trade and having it not work. And I really can't be pissed about having it go positive for 9 or 10 cents, not taking the gains. Because again, 204 is the spot that I was waiting for. And you saw the big seller wall there. We popped that. We're probably going to trade back up. That was the trade plan. I tried to front run it. I ended up getting no gain out of this, but we'll see if this sets up through 204 again. Right now, pull volume still good. We'll see if it sets up. I'll call it out if it does.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. KAV, I believe that's the one you had just traded, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab some small size here. I got filled at $3.11. My stop loss is gonna be below VWAP, which is below $3 in KAVL 312. Usually don't trade small stocks, but let's see how this one goes.
Good curl here too, right? 310 is going to be that pivot that we had on KAVL. So not a bad spot here. It's consolidating around this area.
Yeah.
All right, big important level here for the SPY. You guys know how I like to call out the important levels there. 445.73. Every time we came up here last time, we failed, right? There's a big trend line that's above it to 447. If you look at that, that's where you'll see this kind of big trend line holding here from the breakdown. So if this is a dead cat bounce, that would hold that as resistance. That's 448's above. Could get above the 445. here and give us that lift. A rejection from the 445 levels, we could come right all the way back down towards 443. So just be careful there. You see 445.61, and then it turns around. Right now, you got another high of 445.54. You can see they're fighting at that level.
And guys, real quick, let me throw this up here real quick. I was watching AGRI. Here are the levels that we identified from Joby before. You can see that this 525 level, we pushed past it, then we back tested it this morning. We actually just rocketed off there. Big option sweeps on Joby. I was watching something else, no position, didn't take this one, but worth mentioning because we had this identified. We were on this one early. Folks. Good start here to the day, at least.
Yeah, I'm looking at oil trades now, guys. Looking to see if we're going to get a SPY reversal and looking to trade oil on the upside here. Taking a look at MRO right now. That's the one I'm looking at to setting on up. Didn't want to take the 2040s there. Was looking for a pullback towards this 2035 area and then see the extension. But I did see someone step on up there at 2046. There was 10,000 shares that flowed through there. To me, that's someone stepping up here in this sideways consolidation. I'm going to look for that person to get caught a little bit. It come back here to 35 and then take out the highs. But as you can see there, it's pushing towards the 50s there. I did see someone step up there at 46.
All right, here's KAVL now trying to break 320s. Yep. It's got to break it, though. Again, our fill was at $3.12. Now it's – where is my damn thing? It's up about 3.5%. Probably the most gains I've had in a small cap. If this is even a small cap or micro cap, I don't even know what this is, but
they're trying at that.
It's trying, dude. Look at it.
That's what I'm telling you, man. That 324, 325 level clearly in play right now on KAVL. I think if you snap that, you probably pop here. Let's see what happens.
So let's set some limit orders out there, right? I'm going to take first half size is going to be gone.
325 down, 330 on the.
There we go.
Right through it, man.
Taking half here.
Smart.
Boom, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Time to get that money.
Yeah, and I'll talk about here why I took it. One, obviously, Ryan had brought it to my attention. Right, he had a very profitable trade for me. I wanted to see it come back. I'll go to the minute chart here. By the way, if you're in the trade of KAVL, go ahead and set some limit orders out at $3.37, $3.47. Just try to get out before the 350s because that could see some resistance. But for me, you saw Ryan take the trade here. I missed the boat, so I said, hey, I'm going to wait till VWAP. Came down, tested VWAP, and I loved it. Why? Because one, I love VWAP. Two, I love whole numbers. And look at that. VWAP was right around $3, so I took the trade. I knew my risk was going to be about 10 cents or so, which is why I got in at 312. And then I went ahead and rode it all the way up to the 330s, if you will. Still in the trade, but definitely go ahead and lock some in here. And as it approaches, here, I'm actually going to start.
They keep pushing this up. I mean, here we go. More highs here. 335 going to be your day high. It looks like they're going to try to take that down here too.
Yeah, let's guys know if we get filled.
All right, be careful there, guys. We just did another high try to get through that 445. I think you're going to start seeing huge reversals here. Seeing oil getting bounces, getting gold getting bounces. Just be careful out there with your longs.
Out another quarter, 338. Now I've got a limit order set at 348, as I told y'all.
What I'd like to see for more trading on KAVL going forward here, I'd like to see some sideways action, right? I'd love to see this consolidate around one of these areas. We haven't got that so far today. We've got nothing but pushes here. So it's possible that this pulls and then consolidates. That might set up another trade this afternoon.
Yeah, now it's trying to test a breakout point. So either it goes ahead and pops above this, or it could possibly test VWAP as a second area of support. Let's see. Oh, would you look at that? So far, it's not the gospel, but look at that. Breakout area was right here, this line. Broke out, testing, and trying to go back up.
And remember, on that daily chart, you're in the gap now, right? So anyone that might be short this name, you got to be worried about, hey, what happens if this momentum doesn't stop? Because this is a low-price stock. You're in a gap. Chart says this should go higher.
All right, guys, look, have an order out here for MRO. Let's see if I get a fill here. Order out at 2038 here. Looking for a pullback fill there. It got really close. It even hit me on the bid, but I didn't get the fill there. I'm trying to see what happens here. Now I'm getting some alerts around there. NWSA alert there. NWSA That's a news company, guys. I actually took a look at this one on Money Mitch, and it's putting in a strong daily candle, looking like it wants to get on up there. If you want to take a look at this one, this has just been a trend straight on up here. It's not the biggest mover, but NWSA Broadcasting TV doing well today.
Okay, AVL, another push here near
Yep.
Zunaid's final spot.
Yep, and it hasn't quite taken me out here at 348, but still kind of doing its thing.
Zunaid, you were off by
What's up?
3 cents. I'm going to need you to tighten that up a little bit. All right, 3 cents. I mean, geez.
I mean, I closed the door.
Pretty awesome, dude.
I closed the door. I brushed my teeth. I've got my trading hoodie on. I don't know what else you want, man. By the way, I think someone in the chat
pretty
said,
good, my man.
someone in the chat said they got a trading hoodie. Yeah, so I actually like this hoodie. I actually just ordered 2 or 3 more yesterday. So
Which is it? I mean, is it something you want to wrap?
it's just oh no, it's just from Amazon. It's like a $20 hoodie or whatever.
Yep.
I just love trading hoodies, I love wearing hoodies. So you'll see me wear them all the
Me too.
time.
All right, guys, going to call out steel here. NUE setting on up here for a trade. Looking for the pullback here towards 118.40s. That would get my entry in here. Let's see if we can get that fill there.
What's the ticker? I can pull it up for you.
NUE. This
Sorry
is
about
one of the better steel stocks, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm looking for one more tick down here to catch me and start filling me there. I could look for ads down towards 118.20s. Looking to get my first fill there at the 40s. Didn't get it there on the pullback there. I'm looking to get in there, but I don't want to overextend here. Want an early entry and then an ad at the pullback. SPY starting to turn around like I talked about. Just be careful there. So the big thing here now is that 445.75 held again. We need to see it rip through there if we're going to see that continued upside momentum, and we'll see what happens.
Shout out, by the way, to Richard Calloway. I hope I pronounced that properly. Appreciate you being a new member and supporting us here.
Yeah, check it on out, guys. You guys can get some free emojis, get your badge. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Richard, appreciate you joining on up.
All right,
testing is down.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. This is the best community on YouTube right now. We got a whole bunch of people that are trying to make others make more money, and it's totally free. So absolutely love this community. Love it that you joined, Richard. Hope you enjoy yourself here.
Absolutely. KAVL, by the way, testing the 325 breakout area once again. The first time that it tested it, you can see right here. It went ahead and popped above. Now this is a second time. Not looking too promising, especially because I think if we go ahead and check out the SPY, it's coming down slightly and it's below VWAP, which is never a good thing if you're a bear, or excuse me, if you're a bull. Doesn't mean it can't reclaim it, but for now, not the biggest fan of this price action. Makes me a little
Can you check on this, Ryan, since you're our best pro guy? Can you check Richard saying Russian news with Putin? Of course, my man Putin can change this market real quick. So see if there's anything we have in SPY.
Yeah. So most recent news we have, I'll quote it here. Putin says, "We see NATO at our door," says we want to solve the issue of possible membership of Ukraine in NATO now, says we hope our partners will hear us. Putin says Russia will act accordingly in how situation develops, but we want to agree with the partners. So, okay, I'm going to give you a little, I've actually been talking to a couple of people about this, and one of the guys that I talked to knows a whole bunch of people that are both Ukrainian and Russian. And one of the things I'm sorry?
Started there, NUE. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure
no problem. I'll button it up really quick. And one of the things he was saying is that they feel like brothers to one another, right? The likelihood of a big scale invasion and a war is probably low. In fact, he thought if Russia went in, that they would just kind of not encounter any resistance. They might just be drinking vodka with each other. Maybe for show, they axe one of the government guys and try to install a new regime, all of that. But as far as like a big bloody battle or something like that, just didn't really see it. These comments pretty much say that all Putin is doing here is flexing his muscle that he doesn't want Ukraine to be a part of NATO. So part of me wonders if the rest of us are just like, okay, Ukraine won't be a part of NATO. Maybe this will kind of blow over. we'll see if that's the case. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. Just trying to play the hand that I'm dealt. That's what we see so far.
Yeah, we're not going to try to be here and be war strategists, but one thing I would definitely say is I think at the end of the day, I think this all just has to do with control of that region, and they want full control. Let's just be honest. They don't want anything going on there that they're not approving of, and so one of those is, of course, NATO. They're not happy with the Ukraine talks of them potentially joining. And they're not going to accept it, regardless if they want to or not. And I think now it's just kind of more of a battle of here is what does Russia really want to do, and do they want to separate themselves from us?
Yeah. And so Riffraff saying Putin will not allow NATO weapons in Ukraine. Andy is saying that was not the newest news. Here is the newest news. Putin, we have concerns negotiations might get stalled. I do see the market pulling back. Maybe it's on that.
All right, guys, just got some fills there now at 118.35 here for NUE. Going to risk down towards 117.65 here. Let's see if we can get this back above the VWAP and start getting steel to move towards the upside. I'm seeing this kind of like a little bit of a fake out. Want to see it get back above 118.05s here. But the big thing is we got about 1 minute on this candle. Let's see if it gets back above that and can start the new candle above that 118.
Benzinga has a kosher boiler room. You've got NVIDIA, by the way, new
Boiler.
highs. Nice little 4 or 5 point move if you were in equities, but unfortunately, if you were in options, you're only up about 10%. So nothing to write home about. I'm still waiting for about maybe the 250, 350s or so to go ahead and take some out there. But you do have KAVL coming back, flirting with that same breakout area. It is near VWAP, so it really, really needs to start making a push here because the next support area is going to be $3.
Trying to get some oil here, guys. MRO is the one that I'm trying to grab here on this pullback to VWAP. It just touched 2030s. Want to come back to 35s, and then I can grab a little bit of shares of that. We'll see if we're able to get it.
Pixie, a big pop here. No position on Pixie. Airbnb highs. Weren't you saying this could potentially run into the number here, Mitch? So far, that's playing out.
Yup.
Tesla bouncing off of VWAP for the second time today. NVIDIA trying to make new highs. KAVL moving over 325. And you've got a bit of a bounce in NUE from 118.
Yep, that's what I wanted to see there, guys. It's looking good now for us. Now the next candle opened up there well for us. I'm looking at MRO. I might take a shot right here. Looking for this candle to close here, and then it'd make a little sweet move on up.
Greg said the elders of Zion are controlling the weather. Greg, I don't even know what that means, but sounds like it came from the heart, so we're just going to laugh.
Looks like KAVL is to the downside, going to try to test $3. As you've got NVIDIA making fresh highs. One stock up, one stock coming down. The only difference is on KAVL, we're already out 75%. So matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a limit order out here. Maybe I'll get screwed on it. But again, we're going to go a little small size because we've already made money. $3.04 is my limit order out there to buy KAVL if it wants to test $3. If it goes to $2.90, I will see myself out.
All right, guys. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ron.
No, this had nothing to do with the market. I was going to ask if you guys discussed the Super Bowl commercials.
Oh, go ahead, man. If you want to discuss them, go ahead. Talk about it.
It was kind of an open-ended question. Did you guys have favorites? The Super Bowl. I kind of like the E-Trade baby coming out of retirement. The Big Lebowski shout out. That was probably my favorite.
That one I do like. I did like that one, and I like them bringing it back. I always like the bring it back commercials. All right, guys, about to get stopped out of this NUE. The spread is getting all over the place, and it just hit down there right to that wrist there. So we're going to see right now if we get this break through the 49s. There it is. Let's go ahead and try to limit out here.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and take my 75% position I'm going to take 3/4 of my size off here on NVIDIA. Got out at 418, and we were in at 680. So about a 15 to 20% trade there on NVIDIA. I am out, holding the rest. Keep you guys posted.
There you go. Got out there, guys, for a $50 loss there. Good thing we had that $80 win early. But
That's how you stay green.
NUE definitely turning around there. It looked perfect. It just turned around there on us, and that's how it happens sometimes, guys. Even though you have a good setup, sometimes it can turn around.
Thadder, the Sopranos GM commercial. Thank you for the reminder. I cannot believe I left that one out. That commercial was awesome. Meadow's still looking real good, by the way.
Hey,
Chris,
AVL got filled at 304.
The electric BMW was the best. I don't think I saw that one. I may have to Google that.
All right, SPY just being choppy, guys, going a little bit sideways here. We'll see if it comes back and takes out the 44.75s. But yeah, we're getting a little bit of a choppy action here.
Yeah, I got filled at those 304 ads on KAVL. It's looking like the 310s being a bit of a battle here. Interestingly enough, you got about 10,000, 20,000 shares there. As a wall.
Galactic popping to highs here. Interestingly enough, we are right at the highs of the day. 940. Should we try to scalp this through 940? Should we? Big pull here.
Damn, this 30. If this can, ooh, this 309.
This market's a little trappy right now, guys. Expect some chop.
Yep. $941 is your high on space. Let's see if it curls back up towards that spot.
On the ads that we had at 304, I'm going to sell 3/4 of that position at $3.14. I've already got the order out there. I'll let you know if I get filled on my way out. Why? Because it's right near VWAP, and I want to get out right in front of
it. Pinky on up, guys. A1 Property Investment asking to explain scalping. We'll get into that. No worries. Electric Kia with the robot puppy.
Give me 2 more cents. Come on.
Space is at 40 here. This is an interesting one, man.
Come on.
Definitely a refresh seller here. Oh, tried to get over there. Maybe the next attempt here. 941. And
lodging.
Didn't take it though.
Lodging continuing, guys. Hilton is one that we gave early on last week on Friday, the February 4th. Look how this has been performing since then. You're talking about down here on this 145 line. It's been pushing on up, guys. Even on Hilton, 11%. This is why I put out a TikTok. I was like, yo, you guys watching all those growth trades? You guys watching all those Kathy trades? What happened to the reopening trades? No one's watching them. Missing out on that money. A lot of people missing out. And the reason why? The headlines. Everyone's focusing on the Fed. Everyone's focusing on Russia and missing out on that reopening trade.
Duff Beers with the meta comment here. Space calls go brrr. Not bad. Space printing new highs here.
I'm going to take off more contracts. Only one remaining after this sell. $9.25 out on NVIDIA. Got in around 680, out at 814, out some more at 915-ish. And then the rest, I'm just going to hold literally one contract. And my stop loss will be below 248s on that one. KAVL could not get the 314 sell just yet. It went all the way to 312s. I needed a couple more pennies. Hasn't done it yet.
Zunaid, I will say great job managing the risk, though, because you're scaling out, which is how you're going to let your winners run. I know in KAVL you had 3. I think you only have a quarter position left. You had 3 profitable sales, so it almost doesn't even matter what happens here. Looks like you might get that 314 spot. And then NVIDIA looks like it's still running.
NVIDIA is still running, and I had that ad, right, which we called out at KAVL ad at $3.04. So we got that. Now I'm literally a penny away from my ad being sold at $3.14. It's 2 cents away. Just give it to me. Just get there. Haven't gotten filled on the sellout yet. We'll let you know if I do, but just a couple of pennies away. And see, this is where. Go ahead.
I was just
here. I'll put it up.
Like still pounding the high there.
I'll put up space right here on my left. That's where it kind of gets me into trouble. It's like, man, it's only a couple of pennies away. Should I just sell right now? Should I not? I just stick to patiently waiting. If it happens, great. If not, it's on me.
I gotta say, we're killing it, guys. If I take a look
It's been a
here,
busy morning.
if I take a look at the indexes, you guys know I like to look back sector industry analysis, look at the SPY, what is going good. If I look at the SPY and I get up the top gainers in the SPY, guess what's going to be on there, guys? CCL first stock, NCLH second stock. We go and scroll down, AAL, UAL, and then what? NVIDIA, Expedia, RCL, DAL. As you guys can see, at least majority of these stocks we were on top of before the market opened.
Yep.
And I think that's the important part there. It's not necessarily that we said, exactly how to trade it, or that we said buy here, sell there, but we put you guys at least to what we're looking at. And so I think that's the important part there. You guys seeing Zunaid, NVIDIA. You guys are seeing me call out the reopening trades. You guys are seeing Ryan call out these quick movers. That's what it's about, guys. That's what we're doing here, building the community. And we're going to continue doing that. That's 100% guaranteed. Hit the like if you guys are enjoying this. And let's keep going, guys.
Yeah,
Bro.
who's asking about scalping? I can give a really quick primer on that.
Yeah, let's do it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll find the question again.
We had some really good examples from this morning. So this is A1 property investment. Can you guys explain scalping? Sure. So scalping is effectively a very, very quick trade where you're hoping to be in and out of the trade quickly for maybe just a small amount of profit. On stocks that we're looking at here, like Space, which is at $9, KAVL, which is what, $3.50, $3, we're looking for 10 or 15 cents. And that might not seem like a lot, but the reality is we're hoping to get that quickly, and then we're hoping to be able to repeat that pattern. So oftentimes when you're scalping, you're looking for some type of indicator. Your entry has to be good, right? Because you don't want to have a lot of downside. If you're looking for 10 or 15 cents on the upside, probably only 2 or 3 cents of downside to keep that risk-reward equation in your favor. So what that means is that you've got to try to get that entry as good as you can and keep that stop on it as good as you can. With KAVL, for example, we found out that right out of the morning here, it set a spot right away, came back in, and then pushed through that spot. That's the one that Zunaid traded live here for you. He actually waited for that to settle. I took KAVL. I admitted that I front ran it a little bit. I saw that there was a little bit of a spot. I noticed that there was a gap on the chart. I figured there'd be a momentum push as long as the volume was there. That's exactly what we saw. And we scalped it for 15 cents or so. Now I got a pretty big pop, so the trade actually looked pretty good. But key here is that you're looking for small moves, which means you might need to increase your position size. And on the downside, you really need to keep your capital protected. Do not let the trade get away from you. I hope that helps. If you have any follow-up questions, please let us know.
All right, seeing out there is a lot of talk. Let's go ahead and catch up with the chat. Zinger Nation, baby. Let's go. Benzinga hiring. Zach, reach out. We're always looking for great skills and talent. So if you got any of the two, reach on out, man.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? While you're out there, here's what you should do. If you go to benzinga.com and you go to careers. So, Mitch, let me throw my screen up here real quick. So basically what I did is I just went to benzinga.com. All right, any of you folks can do that. Benzinga.com, our homepage. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and you will see careers here. And if you click on careers, this will list all of the different positions that we are hiring for. So you can see here, if you come down, you can see that we are actually looking for several positions. So if you think that you're a match for any of these, go ahead and like I said, click this link. Tell us how you can bring value to Benzinga. We're all about that, right? We're all about the team atmosphere here and pushing the limits of what we can do. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead here and submit your resume. I'd love to hear from you.
On KAVL, man, this right here. All right, let me go ahead and kind of go full screen on this one.
There you go.
Sweet.
We get full Ryan.
I don't know how to fix it.
I got you, bro.
All right. On KAVL, I said 314 was going to be my out on the ads that I had. And that's literally where this candle right here, where is it? I don't even know how to do an arrow.
Long MRO.
All right, he's long MRO, which we'll get to here in a second. But I went ahead in 314. This candle wicked at 314, but it did not sell my share. So I am still in, and I went ahead and added again around that $3 area. So now I've got double the size, which means I'll have double the pain when this doesn't work out. But seriously, though, I'm going to look to get out on the ads at $3.12. I'll let you know if I get myself out there or not. But anyway, what was the ticker you're at, man?
MRO going on the oil reversal here. Starting to see the SPY get a little bit weak there. Taking my shot for reversal in oil. It's off the low of the day, so we can just use literally the low of the day as the out. Let's see if this starts pushing on up there, back towards the 2060s. If we can get into the 2060s, I think we can get towards 21 today. So let's see if we can start pushing here. And what I want to see is continued momentum, not like a slowdown here towards 2050s, a quick push. We'll see if we can get that. I'll show you guys that. That's on the left-hand side there of that chart.
Quick push is what I got on KAVL. The second ads I am completely out of. I'm going to see if I can still get that 314. Matter of fact, I'm going to change that 314 to 312 again. And I'll let you know if I get filled because I'm tired of waiting around. I'm tired.
I'm tired of being tired of being tired.
All right. I'll let you know if I get filled on the first ad at 312 out, which we filled at 304 for the buy. 312 looking to get out. Currently on the ask at 311. We've got about 20,000 shares at 312. So hopefully I get mine taken out.
If not, you can just hotkey it in there, baby.
Let's go, guys, out there. If you guys are watching
it.
now, we got 720 people watching. Do me the favor, hit the like. We're trying to grow and keep growing this community. That's the only way we're going to stay free. You know, one of the things is we do this free, absolutely. And you guys do this a favor and continue us going by smashing up those likes. Let's keep it going, guys.
NVIDIA, $2 away from 260s. Let's see what those contracts are now at. Because I'm only holding one since we sold out of 9/10 of the position, if you will. And those are now going at $10. We got in at $6.80.
Guys, this is about the time that it really, if you're looking at the SPY in anything under like an hour, it's just gonna be, it's gonna blow your mind. Because this is just going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Through the ranges, above the ranges, below the ranges, and you got to be careful when the SPY is like this. It's so trappy that you can't sometimes always get the continuation moves in markets that are choppy. I feel like those are the hardest ones to hold your trade and continue letting it run.
All right, it's not signed out, sold out. The first ads that we had at 304 out at 312 got filled on those again. And then the second ad that we had at 304s got sold out at 312s again. That quarter size position that I had in the beginning at the 312s, I'm still holding on to in case we get a move on ticker KAVL. Someone asked, hey, when did you get into the NVIDIA trade? I want to kind of take a look at it. I got in at 9:32.28. So the 32-minute mark, 28-second mark on NVIDIA. I got the 260 calls filled at $6.80.
So real quick, KAVL, since you've got it up there, I had just said not long ago, I'd love to see this consolidate. We continued to get pops. Those pops took us all the way to 345. And just for some context here, I mean, we opened right around 280. So we're up, over 20 cents here, almost 30 cents here. What I'd like to see is this actually consolidate around this level. Remember, 310 is going to be that pivot for today. If we actually trade sideways here, it's possible that 345 high is not the high for the day. And if that's the case, if this starts to curl up and take that back off, you might be able to trade that on momentum. Yeah. Also, we see Giselle here saying, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. No problem, Giselle. Do me a favor. Have Tom give me a call. I think we're going to try to go golfing this weekend.
Yes. But the golf thing, I still don't understand that. I don't know if I'm not old enough. I still have not understand the golf game yet.
This is the best way I can explain golf is that if the rest of your life is hectic and you always have stuff to do and you're always busy, sitting out on a golf course and, hitting this ball around with some people that you enjoy their company with, it can be very, very relaxing. Nice little break from the daily grind. Now,
I understand, Ryan. We call those in Colorado smoke sessions.
Okay. Well, this is something It's something a little bit different. As long as you're not Shankopotamus and you're hitting them into the other fairways and stuff like that, you're probably gonna have a good time.
You're telling me you find your Zen mode by playing some golf, right?
I find my Zen mode in several different ways. I'm not good at golf. So what happens to me is I hit an amazing shot. I'm like, bring on Tiger Woods. I got this. And then I get onto the next tee and slice it into the next hole. So golf is frustrating for me, but that's just because I'm bad.
Don't worry. I'm worse. So I got you, my friend Ryan. I'm a baseball player. I only hit it to the left-hand side. I'm like, whoa. All right. Like Jason was like, oh, well, just point to the right-hand side, and then it'll go to the middle. Well, that's a little too hard for me.
Play the slice, yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
By the way, Cal V, look at it curling up here. We told you it was consolidating around that 310 level. We're getting a little bit of a push here. I'd like to see some momentum, and we had just talked about scalping, and we had just talked about having your entry be really important. For me, if you already have profit, if you're going to loosen up your stop a little bit, maybe you want to play this for the run back up. You're going to have to watch it, though. You're not going to be able to walk away and go to the bathroom. If you're trying to just scalp this again, you might just wait until it gets up to that 345. When it looks like it's going to take 345 out, buy, wait for the pop, sell, try to keep your capital protected as best you can. That would be how you can actually play that.
Yeah, I'm much more of a mini golf type of guy, you know, little putt action.
Top Golf is the closest I got.
Well, I've been trying to check out
Absolutely
the drive shacks, JAF. DS, if you guys don't know this stock, it's the one that has the Roy McIlroy deal. And they have like drives. They're like a copy to Top Golf. I've been wanting to check these out. So if you guys have been to a drive shack, let me know. Do some research out there for me. All right,
let's see what I was gonna. Never mind. We're good. Oh, cars. Well, let me look at the ticker car first and see if it.
Yeah, you got to tell us about your experience.
Yeah,
man.
no, dude. So, I mean, someone asked me, why don't you buy a used car? Used cars is what's overpriced. Used cars, year over year, on average, are up about 40%. So, what a car costed you about 20 grand last year now costs you about 28,000 this year. So, you're paying 8 grand. And then the issue in the conversation becomes, well, it's going to go cheaper. Just wait. Well, shoot. What if it doesn't? What if at the end of 2022, we're still looking at this same increase as my monitors go out? Man, I'm sick of this. Sorry. Where's my screen?
Vixie jump in there?
You just saw my monitor just go out here. But anyway.
My man.
Right, look at that. It's
my
gone.
Man, dude. We gotta get you some Black Friday specials. We're gonna get that. No worries.
We need that PC. Aaron Thomas, help me. Help
Thomas.
me. But anyway. So yeah. Instead of looking at like some nice cars, like I was looking at the Supra, I think it's called, saw the price tag of 60,000, and I was like, yeah, maybe not. So now we're back down to Camrys.
All right, guys, looking to add on my swing trade of AU here now. It's starting to get back above 21 here. You guys know I've been calling this one out, willing to add into it. Just wanted it to balance out the whole pattern today. So now I'm going to look for a pullback towards 2088. Shouldn't get below 2084s now. Then we're going to start looking for an add on AU. MRO starting to work well there. We'll see if we can take on off. SPY needs to kind of crack down here. It's starting to push on up here. Looking for the SPY to take down 443, 45s on the downside. Look how choppy that is out there for the SPY. I'll show you guys right now. The SPY just being a chop on the top, chop on the bottom. Let's see if it takes out any of these levels. 445, 73 on the upside. Let's say 445, 75. And then on the downside, I'm looking at 443, 50s. We got close to it here where we hit literally 443, 50 and then turned back around. So we'll see if those levels get above or below, and that should give us that continuation. We'll see if we get that lift.
Yeah, it's the plug loose. It's not like a video card. It's just the plug that goes in for all my monitors. That's what's loose, and so that's why it freaks out. Because I have to have like an extension thing, and it's a whole mess. But anyway, I had a 1986 Supra. Awesome car. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks like a poor man's Porsche is what it looks like.
Yeah, man. I think at least for the time being, for car situation, you might just need to kind of go for either something that you'd probably never buy, something really cheap, or
look at that.
Just do that. Just do
Just
that.
lay, just rest.
Just rest, man.
Cat
There's no
doesn't
need
need a
for you
car.
to do anything.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man. You don't really need a car, Zunaid. You
I
got
don't. But here's the thing.
that
Right? My friends are
Instacart,
forcing me.
you know.
That's the thing. My friends are like, "Oh, like you should get a car," because I drive like an old car that I've had in college, just because I never really cared for a car like that. And it's like I can't spend 30, 40 grand on a car when like I don't even drive it that much. Like
Exactly,
know?
man. It's what I question myself. I bought it at a time where I did use the car, where I went to the office every day. But now I'm like, well, I mean, it just sits there. At least the value is holding. But I mean, what I would say is, Zunaid, I mean, at the end of the day, make your decision. But always in inflationary environments, I mean, you're going to have to wait a little while for these prices also to go down too. So we'll see what happens. I did see that the auction prices were starting to go down.
To decrease, yeah.
So that's something to pay attention to. And then we'll see if we can finally start riding on the negative side of inflation and start pushing down on those used car prices. Because, I mean, let's look at Carvana, the stock, right? It's CVNA, guys. If you guys want to take a look at that one, we'll take a look at it right now. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily has been kind of holding out here around the 130s, but look how this ran in that inflationary environment. Went from a stock that I think it IPO'd down at like $12. At $12, and this stock went all the way up to past 300. Man, this would have been a almost 3,000% gainer, Ryan, if you would have bought that at IPO. I don't know who was buying Carvana at IPO, but man, I'm blown away from that. You're on mute if you're trying to talk, Ryan. But
yeah, that was again the cat effing with all my stuff here, doing the best I can. What I will say about Carvana real quick is that this really did kind of come out of nowhere. I saw a commercial, never having to go to a dealership, car vending machines. Almost thought it was a bit of a joke. Now the stock's performing really well. There's actually a vending machine going up in a couple of towns over from me. Apparently there was a big debate. Some people didn't really want it. We'll see what ends up happening. But that would have been a huge trade. Real quick, Hex Pony, you got some sharp eyes there. That was the Ryan SEC tuner. Yes, I do have an SEC tuner. Since we were just talking about cars, I actually bought a new Ford Fusion Sport in 2017 that I absolutely love.
Nice.
I used the SEC tuner to give it a little bit more oomph, a little bit better gas mileage as well. So that's all well and good. I'm very fortunate because car's 3 years old now. What 5 years old now? Going on 5 years old.
And it went up in value.
It didn't go up. I mean, maybe. First of all, my car's only got 22,000 miles on it, and it's 2017, and it's in mint condition. I mean, I keep that thing cherry. I professional detail at all times. So for me, like, I'm not in a rush to get a new one. I'm okay. I'm gonna wait for these prices to come on down, and see what happens. I'm fortunate though. I'm the minority. One of my friends really needs a new used car and just can't afford it.
What's it called? The SCC Turner? What?
SCT tuner. It's basically an OBD2 based tuner that you can reprogram the ECU on. On my particular car, there are a number of, it's a twin turbo V6. There are a number of things that you can do to really kind of increase its punch. And it's fun too, because I'll line up next to a Tesla and they'll be like, oh, this Ford's going to get wrecked. And then I blow their doors off and they're like, shit, I paid 60 grand for my car.
Nice.
So that's fun, but that's another story.
I'm such a trader. I thought you said SEC tuner and then you pulled up your Benzinga Pro. And I was like, what the?
No.
What is that? I've never heard of that in Benzinga Pro.
But this, I did really quickly want to show this. This is DKNG. We talk about this a lot. You have this self-explanatory. Started the NFL season up here, Super Bowl right down here. Rough. If you were trading Donkey Kong for the NFL season, unless you were short, it was a rough go, my man. It was an absolute rough go.
I was wrong on that one. I'll be honest. I was wrong on that one. I did call the NFL spike at the early move, but it didn't stay there.
Here's the car with the detail. I do it all myself, by the way.
Very nice.
Oh, showing off cars.
Very nice. Very nice.
Man,
I like it.
Like I said,
it's that kind of day.
It's sweet.
I like it. That's awesome, man. You should actually, just for fun, here's what we'll do. Look up the value if you wanted to sell it. And then tomorrow, let us know if it went up in value.
What do you do? What site do you use for that? Help me out.
Kelly Blue Book is all I know.
Kelly.
Yeah.
You can use Kelly Blue Book.
And we'll call out trades and stuff. We've got about 8 minutes before I got to start taking walks.
I'll do a tier here. I'll do a tier. I still miss my bad boy right here.
Nice.
Ad
Cheers to
blocker
that.
detected, and it stopped.
Cheers,
Get
cheers.
wrecked.
My 99 Cobra. I'm missing it. That electric green.
I like the green.
Yeah, it was really nice. I got to get another one of these bad boys. I'm going to end up getting one of these once the inflationary prices come down. I'll probably build the Mustang myself. That's my favorite car. I got to
Props to y'all for building shit. I get tired of building the damn headboard, footboard.
All right, guys, liking this move right now in MRO. Going to go ahead and take an ad on any pullback to VWAP now. VWAP is at 2033s here, so we're looking for a pullback. Now the rule of three already into play here. 1, 2, 3. And now we're looking for that support to hold here no matter what. It should hold that around 2027. You could say 2025 if you wanted to get it down here. Another thing that helps you look at this is higher and higher lows, right? That's what you're looking for. Higher and higher lows that continue the trend. Now we're going to look for that push on above. And we really want to see it hold VWAP here. So there's that pullback towards VWAP. Let me see if I can get an order in here. Maybe try to get 33s.
You got your estimate?
Not yet. Here we go.
All
Calculating its blue book value. I did the one for private resale. I was given an option, get the check from Kelly or value at private resale. I chose the private resale. Okay. So definitely was not expecting this. This is giving me a median trade-in value of 28 grand. Trade-in range is about 27 to 29 and a half. So let's put it this way. It did not go up in value. I bought this car new. Okay. I actually leased it first and then bought
Add there.
And I paid about 36 brand new. So we're talking about a 5-year-old car that's lost $7,000 of value. That's not bad.
That's not
That
bad.
is really not bad. I'm actually kind of impressed, frankly. I had no idea it was like that. That's really
I'm telling you, dude.
What this means also is for people out there that are listening to us, like, right? Like, what does this mean? And what could I be doing, right? Is take a look at your car value and take a look at your interest rate and take a look also at what your car loan was, because it could literally be that you can lower your interest rate because your car value went up in value. It essentially appreciated in value, and then what you were originally quoted for was the old value of the vehicle. And so some people that maybe are not even just getting a new vehicle, look for maybe potentially refinancing a vehicle if the value has gone up, let's say drastically.
Yeah, the best thing is if you were leasing a vehicle and you had a buyout offer already on the contract, and you go ahead and use that, and then you get the buyout contract and you could flip it on the open free market and make yourself a nice gain there. But
a nice one there. I like that, Zunaid.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy.
I watched 3 YouTube videos last night, 30 minutes each, man. I know some stuff now.
Hey, that's what it's all about, guys.
Man.
Resources, man. Look around and find what it can help you, right? I mean, at the end of the day. All right, let's catch up with the chat. Let's go to stocks from the chat. I want to take some stocks from the chat, guys. I know we've been a little bit off topic here. So you guys in the chat, let's start throwing up some stocks. If you guys got a stock you guys are taking a look at, we'll go ahead and continue. AU is above that 2102. I'm going to keep an eye out on AU. I'm just letting it work right now. We'll see what happens on that. F, trying to build a good base, says BNZ Trading. So maybe we'll take a look at that. You want to take a look at some of these trades, Ryan? I know I usually do it, but I mean, let's let you take over here.
Were you asking me? Okay, yeah.
Forward,
I was actually just
forward, baby. Forward. You want to take a look at forward?
F or Ford?
F.
Yeah. So okay. So looking at this here, this actually not in a terrible spot. What jumps off the page for me right away is going to be this run right here, right? So we're going to try to figure out some decent levels. Oh, look at that. 1750 looks to be about that level. Here is the 0.382 level on the fib retracement. Easy for me to say. We're about 20 cents above that. To me, this looks like a fairly decent support spot. Again, I like this long term. It has nothing to do with the car that I drive now. It's all about the electric vehicle story for me. I know it's a rough time right now with supply chain shortage and all of that stuff. I do like this long term. I like to see that the stock price is actually taking a break here. That's great. If we consolidate around this area, perhaps that sets up for another move towards the highs. I'm not in any hurry to buy this because I think we have enough time, but not a bad spot here. I think if you were going to actually, let's say you were going to open up a new trade here, I would actually just trade this against 17, right? Looking at about 78 cents worth of downside risk. Maybe give it another 5 or 10 cents in case it overshoots that, but really not a bad spot here on Ford. What was the next one?
Let's go. Let's go to another one. There's tons in the chat here, so I can just grab one. This one's an interesting one. I was wondering what happened to it. Zillow. How's Zillow trading after
Now,
that?
Zillow just reported earnings last week, didn't they? Let me confirm that. Zillow coming up off the bottom here, actually strong today. Didn't we have earnings last week? We had earnings Thursday. Yeah, and they beat on sales. Is there guidance in here? That's what I'm looking for. Better than expected Q4 sales result. Doesn't look like we have anything here on guidance. At least not yet. So you had a really good earnings print. That was last week. That was the 10th. That was 5 days ago here. So that's behind you. Looking at the chart here, we're clearly on an uptrend from those earnings. So it looks like we have a multi-day run after reporting those earnings. The buy spot here was 54. Man, we're almost 10 points above that now. As far as a new trade goes here, I would want to take out this level or this consolidation area that we see right around, what is this, 65? So I'd actually kind of wait for this. Right now, we kind of feel like we're in no man's land. We actually kind of feel like we're chasing this price appreciation here. I'd actually wait for 64, see if we break that on volume. Maybe you can take that. It would be even better is if we kind of toyed around with that area, maybe back tested that area a little bit. That might be another spot. If we can trade up to 75 and enter this gap, I think we probably fill it. That takes us to about 84. So long side trade here, I'd actually wait for what was that number I just gave you? 65-ish, 64, 65, and then maybe trade that with a point or two a downside. Zillow looking good, though. The encouraging thing here is that the earnings are out of the way. Now, we'll see what happens with housing prices and interest rates and how that affects new home sales and all of that, but we'll see.
Order out, guys. It takes some first profit here. MRO. I'll let you guys know if I get a fill there. I have it out at 2049s. Looking to get a fill there. Went to 48s on the offer side.
I'm going to
keeping a close look here. I got you. MRO. Looking to take some profit into here. Remember, the move was towards 50s. I think it could get to their 55s, but I'm looking to take some profit into that move and then look for it to continue. There's 49 on the offer. Let's see if we get to fill. I'll let you guys know. Boom, right there. Half off. Half off there at the 49s. We just paid ourselves good. We still have a good amount of shares left. Let's let this work. Our average, because of our ad, is at 2027. We were at 2024 to begin with.
DH is asking, do you trade NVIDIA regularly? DH, Zunaid will trade NVIDIA quite a bit. He's been really good with the YOLO options on NVIDIA. Ron says he's into Z at the open, out at 62.43. Nice trade, Ron. Wonder what your entry trigger was at the open. Great stuff.
Yeah, I typically like to trade AMD, NVIDIA. I'm trying to think of another one. Microsoft, Apple, just your, normal blue chips.
All right, a lot of stocks being thrown in the chat. We're going to start going through all of these. Don't worry about that, guys. We'll go through every single one. If you guys stick around and hit that like, let's see where we're at on the like game right now. Looks like we're at 267 likes. So let's get towards 300 to get towards all those stocks that are mentioned in the chat. I'm going to let Ryan and Zunaid start wrapping on up. Looks like we hit that 10:30 mark here. They got to go get going. Zunaid's got to go get his walk, get that blood flowing, get that brain getting sharp. You guys already know.
I do.
Hey, I know how it is, though, because trading will get you that ride, right? You feel like you're sharp at one point, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like a roller coaster down.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get my monitors back up. But, yeah, NVIDIA, I'm still have, one contract left. We sold about 9/10 of our position, so literally one contract left. If it breaks below VWAP on the 10-minute candle, I will be out. That 10-minute candle has to close below VWAP, and I'll be out. And I'm still holding 25% of my size in KAVL, if I could type it in with my left hand. Entry was around $3.12, so we're still good there. If it breaks $3, I will be out. But for now, hanging in there. I'm going to try to take some more if it goes ahead and breaks 350. But if you're not comfortable with it, just sell right here. You're in the money by about 8 cents or so. And we had some great fills at the $3 area that we sold 10 cents above. We did that twice, so that was a good scalp. But that's all I got from me.
All right, so for me, I'm going to be watching KAVL. I know we had a successful trade on that early on here. I want to see if we curl up and take out that 345 spot. That would be interesting to me. I am going to keep watching AGRI. For whatever reason, this is really not catching fire. I felt like this actually might be a little bit more of a trader here. We'll see how that pans out throughout the rest of the day. And I'm going to be watching the SPY and the VIX, right? The fact that we gapped up today, I thought, maybe this is going to be, it's a trap, and Mitch is going to be playing that soundbite all day. Maybe we
it's a trap. It's a trap.
Market looks good right now. It can change on a whim on headlines, so we're going to watch that. We're going to watch the VIX, currently sitting at 26. Anything under 30 sounds pretty good. A couple more things. Berlin, no problem. Appreciate it. I'm sure that I will enjoy it. The chicken wings that we have for the Super Bowl are unbelievable, by the way. And then real quick, Stu is saying AMD holding above $18. I think you meant 118, and it's not actually holding above that right now. Not really sure what you meant here. Even why SPY dips, what do you think of that? Stu, not really sure what you're asking there. Sorry about that. I do really like AMD long-term, though. I think this is a great company. There was this recent pullback here. Totally normal, especially given the supply chain stuff. Like this company long-term, no position at the moment, though. Oh, AMC. AMC is what you're asking. That's a big typo, by the way. Try not to do that again. AMC and AMD are totally different. What do I think of AMC? Like I said, the first time we talked about it, I wish I had 4 hands so I could give it 4 thumbs down. I think that this is a joke of a trade. I think it's a joke of a company. I can't believe it's in the IWM. I would not hold this overnight. It's not going to the moon, and I'm not an ape. So,
I'm starting to actually turn around a little bit on the AMC. So we'll talk about that. We're not going to get into that today because it's a longer conversation.
I removed him.
I
removed him.
One thing that I will say is how many or percentage of commercials did you see for movies in the Super Bowl compared to products?
Bro, all I saw was crypto. That's all I saw. That's all I saw was crypto, man.
Go do the research. Just as many crypto commercials, there was more movie commercials.
No, there weren't. No, there weren't. You're telling me there were more movie commercials than there were crypto commercials?
Go look it up.
Hey, I think my monitors might come back. I just
go look it up, ding. Man. People sometimes get too what? The walls get built up, man.
Like D-whackers.
Hey, I'll say this. The last point, and then I'm out of here. If I'm wrong on AMC and the rest of you guys just bank, I got no problem.
Got to put him in the middle right here.
I mean, look, I played AMC from the 5s and all the way to the 50s, so I'm perfectly fine. I'm waiting for it to get to $10 for that psychological level for me. And look at that. Hey, they're back. Oh, now they're gone.
All I'm saying on AMC is be careful with hype stories, especially like this one. If you traded and you hodled and you made a whole bunch of money, awesome. Great job. I want everyone here to be profitable. It's just not my cup of tea. That's all. We just agree to disagree. Anyway,
that's what it's about. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's always about. The story's always what matters, guys. We'll keep on it. Thank you, Ryan and Zunaid.
My monitors came back.
They're coming back. You see, they come back when you get off, you know?
See y'all later.
Later, dude. All right, guys, we're going to keep on going. We're going to get to stocks from the chat. So now it's time for you guys out there to get rewarded. Like always, you got to hit that like. Let's hit that. Let's see what we got out there. We got 295. We need to get to 300, guys. Smash on up. Let's get to some stocks from the chat. I am looking to start selling some MRO here as we break through the 2060s. Looking at this great trade here. Let's go ahead. Take some as we get to the 60s here. Boom. Still got a third of it left here. Going to let the last 100 shares ride. Let's go ahead. Let's see if this can keep on going here. MRO, not a bad trade there. Already taken about 48 off of it, and we still got a little bit of shares left here. So we're definitely in the green for the day, just working it here on MRO. It's been a pretty good day. NCLH really our best win here, but MRO really coming close, and we could pass it here. Through the 60s, if it gets to the 70s, we'll get a bigger win than we got on NCLH. See if we can get that continued momentum. Let me take a look at the SPY right quick. After this, we'll go start going through the stocks from the chat there. All right, starting to see a little bit of a turnaround, and I need to get through the stocks from the chat, so I'm going to take it right there, guys. 57 top shares. I'll take it. That's not a bad trade on MRO there. 78, not a bad trade there, especially after a $50 loss on that NUE. But we'll talk about that. Let's get into stocks that you guys have in the chat. Seeing so many stocks thrown out there, so I want to go ahead and do it. I don't want to be paying attention to the trade up there, so I'm just going to get rid of it, and now I can go through stocks from you guys in the chat. Like always, guys, we do this right here on Benzinga. We're going to keep going, and we're going to keep trading live, but I need you guys to support us by smashing that like button. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of these stocks from the chat. I'm going to roll on up. If you guys got another one to take a look, throw it on up. Shots fired. Shots fired. Hey, I got to let you guys know. Avoid. To tell you the truth, Tiny, I mean, I can get into this. There's times where it's avoid. There's times where it's not. Starting to get to a point where I think it could hold about like, I'll take a look real quickly. For me, AMC, I think is around a $15 stock anytime. I think it is valued at that. But I think you're looking at it here. And to me, I think 20 makes sense. So I think it could eventually get back to 30. Am I saying it's getting back to 40? No, I don't think it'll get back to 40. But I think by the end of the year, you might see it up by 30s. We'll see what happened. GS broke 365s. Yeah, pushing on up. You guys can take a look at that. Ryan calling out that one. MRO, boom, baby. Let's go ahead. We'll see if that continues to work there. I took the trade off just because I need to take a look at these trades, but wish you guys the best. All right. Fight. Let's go. He knows it. Don't worry about that, Tiny. He knows it. All right, let's go ahead. Just got torn apart by Rhyming Ryan. All right, let's keep going, guys. We'll see what happened. Yeah, they're going to straight screaming. Gregory says I'm wrong. Hey, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's what it's all about. We're never going to be always right. KSCP ripping. Oh, we're gonna start playing this game. The Night Scope. Oh, it is. You guys want me to take a trade on this? Let's see if we get enough likes there, guys. We got 320 likes. If I see 400, I might take a shot on this KSCP. It would be at the VWAP at $8. Look for the crackdown towards 785 as the risk. So it'd be an entry pullback at 8, trying to push through the 820s here. Let's see what happens on this one. This is Night Scope. Let me see how the limit order is reacting there. All right, taking a look at this Night Scope. Starting to pull back towards the 8s. Can we get a below 8 entry and risk off of the 780s? Risk is going to be down here towards the 85s there. This is what happens when you're by yourself and trying to take a quick trade here. We should have got 8s already in there. It already hit down towards 8 there. A low 798 there. I would have got in there at 8. Let's see if I get another entry try here. Don't want to put the limit order out there because the limit order could get stomped on when it just dips down really fast. So I want to make sure that I get into it. I use a limit +3 on this. I already hit 8. I could take it here off at 805s here, guys. But let's see. Do we get the likes? Nah, only 332 likes. We'll see what happens there. What's going on out there, guys? Let's keep it going. All right, what's up out there? Yeah, man, it's about the attitude. You know, one thing is we're not gonna have it all right, whether it's Ryan, I, or Zunaid. But one thing we do is we try to be transparent. SBC heading towards 10 says it's Z Digital. Guys, hit that like. If you guys get towards the like, we might get towards Money Mitch DJ time. DJ time usually starts around 11 o'clock. Hit that like. We'll see what happens there. I'm going to reach out to also my man, see if Devin's trading today, see if he had a good day, if he wants to come on today. So Oh, looks like he's unable. He has no power. So, hey, got to go ahead and just live with what you got. Mitchisms. Yeah, you should start writing down that book for me, Zen. All right, let's take it here, guys. I did see the pullback to 8 there on KSCP. Let's take a little bit of shares here. I'll take 100 share position here off the 85s here. So just got in there at the 804 mark. We're taking this trade here. This is going to be one that I got to be really tight with. So kind of keep a close eye on it there. Took the 804s there. Let's see if it takes out the high here. One thing that I call this is called the VWAP bounce, right? So we have now the rule of 3 holding on to here. We just need to make sure that it holds support down towards this 90s. Let's see if it takes out the 825s and starts moving here. What's going on? What's the dealio? Jazz Rasta. There you guys have it, up to the 818s here. Let's go ahead. If it breaks through the 25s and gets a nice little breakout look, we're looking for a push towards the next high. That's towards 832s, and then we'll take some profit, and then we'll let the rest of the shares just continue to work up there towards 819 on the offer side. Let's see if we can get some shares size to come in here and really push. Not seeing big shares, only seeing about 3,000 shares at 815. We'll see if this can continue to push here. Taking a little bit big of a trade there. Mitchology. Should have been a class there in college. What's your take on WFG, Jim Habash? I think that's the lumber trade. That's not a bad one to take a look at. I'll take a look at that in a second, Jim. It's just this one's a little bit too fast moving for me to be all around. Definitely don't want to get crushed. HD's been crushing your soul, Chris. I'll take a look at that. So next two up are going to be WFG and Home Depot. Let's see if this night scope can get moving here. Taking a shot there. Parabolic mover off the VWAP. That was the important thing. I didn't overreact. Let it touch the VWAP. Now 819 showing up on the offer side. Can we get it to break on out here, guys? Let's see if we get that lift getting on up there towards our first profit up here towards that 832s. Then we'll look for the continuation move to get up there towards the 850s and maybe continuing with the momentum. Here's the 825 showing on up there. 5,000 shares going through at 824. So let's see if we get a nice pop through that 825 level and then get up there towards the 30s. Hey, putting up the music. Let's keep it going. Let's vibe on out. Let's look at this trade and let's see what we get. Whew. This is one of those trades that the spread starts opening up here. Now it's opening up about 7 cents. That's why you got to be careful. When I got into this, the spread was only 2 cents. And so that's why you got to be careful on offer and bid. Understand what goes on there, guys. If you get caught on the wrong side, you could get destroyed. All right, what's going on out there, guys? I hope you guys are enjoying it. And one of the things that we're going to be working on is going to more learning lessons, right? And so what I want to do, guys, is start going back into my book here. I do got my study guide around here. Here it is, guys. Study guide on here, guys. So one of the things that we want to do on here is, there you go, as we hit the 830s there. Let's see if we can get it towards the 835s. I'm trying to almost keep one eye on it, one eye off of it right now, because we are getting a quick move here. Let's see if we can get into the 835s and then start seeing the momentum hit there. Look, going to put out to sell half of it there already. All right, order out there at 835s to sell half of it. We'll see if we can get that move. All right, it did click up there towards the 830s. We'll see if it can continue making moves. It got up there close towards 835, a high of 832s. We maybe could have taken some orders out there, but we're going to keep watching to see what happens on this night scope. Like always, guys, one thing I want to do is bring some more education. I've been really working hard on my CMT. I should have already taken level 1. My kind of got in a battle there with the test takers and stuff like that. Remote proctoring, not good for me. I figured that out. But I'm working on level 2 also. So I'm going to start bringing in some more and more technicals and trying to learn. Maybe we teach some Elliott Wave trade setups. I know I gave this book out to a lot of people that were learning, and kind of building on their skills. So if you guys want to check it on out, definitely go ahead and hit me up on Twitter, and I'll go ahead and I can get you that study guide also. All right, Isaiah said he likes the blue color wheels on Ryan's. Yeah, those are nice. Let's go. Tesla being called out by DK. I'm going to actually go ahead and start paying attention there and try to do some stocks here in between. I do got to pay attention above here. So what I'm going to probably do is set a stop. But I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Let's see if Nightscope can come back through that level. 832s was the resistance there. We didn't get some shares out. We're looking for it to get through that level again here. I'm actually going to cancel my order here. Let's see if it can push on through. I don't want to be on the offer when it pushes through. I want to see it kind of get through there. And then I'm going to try to slam on the bid as it pushes on up. Let's see if we can get this to take back out there. If it takes out the 8 on the downside, that'd be the scary part on the downside. And we got to be really quick to get out of this trade. All right, what's going on out there? Are you going to get your Series 56? No, I don't want to be complete professional. I would like to stay off of the professional side of the data side because it's just so expensive. If I start going to the professional side, you'd probably see me trade professionally. And for right now, I would rather trade for myself than trade money, other people's money. So I'm keep working on trying to have years and years into the green before I start taking some shots like that, where I'm taking big money and trying to turn it around. All right, what's going on out there, guys? We'll see if this can continue moving. MRO chopped around. We'll see what happens on that. All right. Any good links for books? Yeah, Chris, I can take a look at that for books. All right, let's go ahead. We'll take a look at some of these stocks. Tesla. Let's see how Tesla's trading here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put my 3-chart trading here. We'll leave Nightscope up here to the right-hand side, and we'll take a look at some stocks here in the middle. Look how NUE came back after stopping me out. It really did push. Just went back towards the low of the day and then pushed on up. That did stop me out. MRO back here towards the 30s. We'll see what happens on that one. Tesla. I know that you guys wanted to take a look at Tesla getting towards a high there, 921. We'll see if it can get back above that, but it is a big resistance. Looks like it's playing like resistance. Could come back to VWAP from here, but has been a good, strong trend today. All right, let's keep going. BRCC. This is a defensive package stock here, so let's take a look at the daily. Daily just coming down towards the low right now. I can't give you much on this because it looks like it's a brand new stock. So BRCC, sorry, Amira, I just can't give you much on that. All right, let's go ahead. Another one being talked about. Let's go NVIDIA. We already covered that plenty of times. Zunaid actually traded it. Let's take a look at Unity. Unity is an interesting one. I do like this stock long term. The question is, are these the levels that we should be looking at? I honestly would love to get it underneath the IPO low, which is 65.11. But for right now, it is pulling back. You could take a shot if this is your shot on Unity. For me, I want to see this break the 90, come down towards the 70s, and then eventually come back on up. So I'm not going to overreact, even though I love this company. I do think it has the best metaverse long-term technology. But the big question is now the time for that metaverse technology? And I don't think it is. Smash the like, says Bill. Support us as we support you guys out there. Unity. INTC, let's take a look there. All right, INTC is catching a little bit of a bounce there today, but not much. I mean, it's up there towards 48.17s. If you look, it's still kind of in a bear pattern, needs to get back above the 48.50s. It could get up there today. Could this one continue to run? It's not really my favorite Intel here, but it is having a strong day today. All right, that KSCP looking like it's not wanting to get back through the 820s, 830s. We'll see if it can get there. I'm still holding it right now because that's the trade right now. But we already took this off the rule of 3, and we got the lift that we were looking for. So we don't want to see it break the support. The support's down here by like the 798s. If that breaks, we'll get on out. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's keep going out there. What's going on in the chat? What are we taking a look at? Hey, I appreciate you. GTE, let's take a look at Tesla. A lot of support now. That resistance at 916 and 920s. Yep. Scarlet Woman by John Steely Gordon. Hey, I'll check that out. It looks like a book being thrown out there. Not a bad one. Take a look here. GTE. I don't know that one. Let's take a look there. Looks like we're talking energy here. Looks like we're pulling on back there after 3 highs and a 4th attempt to break on out. A lot of times you'll get a test down towards support. If it doesn't break 120, it doesn't look too bad, but 120s could get broken here. All right, what's going on out there, guys? 10:52. We're going to keep on going here like always. Want you guys to check on out, guys. Benzinga Pro, like always, we're going to keep going here. I do want to do a little bit of a trailer here for Benzinga Pro. If you guys don't use Benzinga Pro, I definitely tell you guys to check it on out. So check out this quick little pro commercial, and we'll be back to take some more stocks from the chat. So you guys don't go anywhere, and definitely hit the thumbs on up.
Did you know nearly all stock price changes of 10% or more result from a single news headline? That's right. News headlines have a unique ability to drive stock prices up or down. These news catalysts create trading opportunities every day. All you need is a little help to reach out and take them. And if you're looking to grow your portfolio, it doesn't matter if your investment budget is small or big. An easy-to-read stream of news headlines will increase your opportunities to profit from price changes in the stock market, consolidate a knowledge-based investment strategy, and grow your portfolio. All you need is Benzinga Pro and its powerful news alerts, price tracking, and portfolio monitoring to make a positive change in your trading performance. We've already helped thousands of retail traders across the world, and they could not be happier. Increase your market knowledge, boost your exposure to big movers, and make informed trades before major price changes. The opportunities are all around you. Subscribe now, and we'll skyrocket your portfolio today.
All right, traders, and I'm back here. Let's go ahead. Let's get into some more stocks. If you guys appreciated that, definitely give us a thumbs on up. I got to let them know about the volume of that. That seemed a little loud for me. I don't know, but let's keep going. I pay premium so I don't get the ads. Well, I mean, I don't see you paying me, man. You got to pay me too. No, I'm just playing with you, Buffalo. That's just how it is. We're going to keep pushing and always push Benzinga products here. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get back into this KSCP and keep it going. We haven't seen this one really get back above that 832 for the first sell, but it does look like it's trying to get hot. This was a fast mover. Of course, I talked about it pre-market, about the speculation that's out there. We'll see if this one really can get running here and start moving. I did see 5,000 shares go through that 813 and 826, 824. So let's see if we can get back above that 25 level and really start getting that extension on up. All right, what's going on out there, guys? Let's keep it going here. Live trading with Benzinga. Let's go. Hey, there you guys have it. We're starting to get a push here in KSCP. Can we get that continued lift there? 25 is a very important spot. Can we get back above that? We're just testing it right now. Let's see if this starts getting extended and starts pushing on up here. Lots of movement in that one right now. That's KSCP Night Scope, guys. Just be careful if you guys are getting into this. Like always, make your own risk assessment and your own entries and advice there. This is just for educational purposes only. Just want to make sure that no one's just trying to copy my KSCP trade. And like always, make your own decision if you're trying to get in or not. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. What is trading up today? So we got consumer cyclicals doing well. They're actually pushing on up. Lodging, leisure doing well today. Gambling still doing well, guys. Another area that you guys can take a look at, you got auto parts, footwear doing well, luxury goods. A lot of stocks kind of doing well in that consumer cyclical area. Healthcare actually did well today, bouncing back today. Technology is actually up about 1.14. Industrial is about 1.09. And of course, airlines, guys. Airlines doing well right now. We'll see if this can continue doing well. American Airlines was one I gave to watch today for 1830s. Look how this held here. Beautiful pullback on that VWAP. Definitely these trades are looking good. The reopening trades, Airbnb. How did that one do? A nice little run on up into the earnings. Yes, it's looking good there. And we'll see if we can continue making moves. Another one, CCL, was one I was looking for the upside today. That one did well right out the gates. I'm also looking for NCLH. Nice VWAP bounce on that one right there at the 22.23s. This did awesome today. One of our best trades of the day. We'll see if these can continue to run. Gold was being called out there. Gold was one of my trades to watch also. GOLD on this pullback. I liked it, and then we're going to see if it can continue to work. My swing trade AU still working well there. About to pass my entry here. Of course, this is a swing trade, so letting this trade kind of work. Want to see this close on up there towards 22 today. AU, we'll see if it can continue to make moves. MU being called out. Mike asking in the chat. Let's go. MU, nice run on up there towards the high, 94.68. There's a resistance that is coming into play on the hourly. I did like this micron look on the hourly. I looked at it on Money Mitch at 4:30s weekdays. If you guys didn't catch that, it's just hitting a resistance right now, so you could get a pullback from here. We'll see what happens at these levels, but definitely hitting some resistance right now at 94.68s, 94.70s. So if I was riding up this whole move on up and I rode this whole, let's say 3% on up, I don't find it wrong to kind of take some profit there and then look to see if you get continuation or not. All right, let's go back to that KSCP here, guys. Parabolic mover that we're taking a shot. We got in there at 804. Let's see if this can really start moving here at the 830s. We still got the full 100 shares that we got there at 804. Let's see if this can really start taking on off. Want to see it push through the 30s and then get a whole bunch of volume there. There was some more volume that got in there at the 23s and 24 and also 28s. You have two sells of 5,000. Let's see if we can get through that 830 level and really see an extension above. What is this? This is live trading with Benzinga. Did you cover WFG or am I 2 minutes behind? Yeah, I think I missed that one. Let's go ahead. Let's cover it there. Let's get into basic materials here. Let's take a look. Lumber production. And then you see WFG actually down today. Did get back above 100, right? It ticked up there, right? And so now you have kind of one tick up there, two ticks up there, three ticks up there. So you want to see it hold this as resistance. As the new support. So this candle here on the 27th, I'd want to see that become the new support. Let that hold around here. Let's say 96.26, 96 for sure on the downside, and let it come back around towards that 100. I think you could get that lift above 100. Of course, this is West Fraser, but we've been looking at this stock since the breakout of the 90. That's where we first started taking a look at it. We'll see if it can continue to run here as it's getting a rejection and third rejection from that 100. You want to see it when it comes back, that you get a breakout. Wow, so you gonna become rich? No, I'll tell you that right now. If that's what you're looking for, man. Let me just say, where's it at?
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help. You know, get some help, man. If that's what you're looking for, that's not what we're here for. There you guys have it. KSCP. All right, guys, starting to get a first lift there. Got up there towards the 840s here. We're going to look to sell some shares here if we can get back above 840s here. There you guys have it. 840 showing on up. This might get into a halt here, so I'm going to give a second here, see if it can break through the 850s. We're starting to see a big move here. Sorry, I didn't pull up the candle there. Let's go ahead. 1 minute. You guys see a push towards the 80. All right, guys, just took half of it out there in the 50s, letting the rest of the trade work here. We just paid ourselves. Let's see if this can continue work here from the 804s to the 860s. See if we can get back through there and really start seeing a halted stock make this ride on up. We'll see if we can get this lift here. KSCP going on off there. Money in the bank, guys. This is what it's all about, guys. Actually, I like the Pink Floyd type more. Money. Hit the like, guys, if you guys are enjoying the live trading action here on Benzinga. We're going to be getting you over to Benzinga Live at 11:30. It's 11:02. I said we'd keep going if we got to 400 likes. We're at 367. We need 33 more likes, guys, to keep going. If not, then I will be getting down in 3 minutes. So please support us as we support you guys and keep on trading. We'll see what happens on this KSCP. But right now, still long. Took half of it off there in the 50s. Looking for it to continue up through the 860s. Maybe we can get up to a halt. We'll see what happens on that one. Right now, of course, I wouldn't let it become a loser. I can let the rest of the shares be break even, but I'm letting this work right here. All right, what's going on out there? Money. Floyd, let's go. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look here at gold. I'm starting to see it start boosting on up there. It did get a push right now, so I'm looking for this as a breakout. If I was looking for a scalp type of play, I'd be looking at gold. I thought you had a great pullback opportunity today, so look for that to get hot. Also, look for oil to start getting hot. MRO came back to the VWAP. You guys, we traded this on up. We could have grabbed it right back at VWAP, riding it back up to the wave. It looking great there. KSCP trying to take out the highs here. Let's see if we can keep going and take out the 860s. Can we get towards a halted stock here on live trading here? Trying to nail this night scope action here. So can't go wrong. What's up? What's up? This is so expensive. How is it expensive? Man, you're confusing me, so Sochi. If you got something, please just let me know. I'm trying to help you out, but I'm getting confused. All right, there you guys have it. 864 is showing on up. We could just start breaking on out. What are the next levels we need to pay attention to? So let's go towards the hourly. Where do we start running into the next levels? So as I can see here, we're going to run into 893s if we can get back above this 870s. So I'm going to look for a push towards 9, and I could possibly see a hold coming in there at that 9. Don't want to see this trend line break now on the hourly. Want to see it hold 832s now and just keep pushing on up there towards the 9. All right, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull it to a 5-minute so that we're not so eager on that 1 minute. Don't get so emotional to sell the shares. We're looking for 832 to hold now. We got in all the way down here. So now we're just letting the trade type of work. Let's see if we can get this to continue working here. Night scope. All right, guys, now they're starting to push there towards the 856. Let's see if it can continue running. Like we said, we just don't want to see it break back into this area zone here. If you see that, then we might just run towards the profits. But right now, we're letting the trade work here. We'll see if it can continue to work there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going from stocks in the chat. Don't go, says Giselle. Hey, I want to keep going, but let's do it. I thought this link was for Benzinga Pro clients only. No, it's not for only Benzinga clients. Pro should be. I'm thinking about it, making it like that. But right now, we're absolutely free for you guys. What you guys do for us is smash that like. Did we get the 400 likes? We got about 30 seconds left here. We need 9 more likes, guys. If we don't get 9 more likes, I'm going to be wrapping on up here. And then you guys will get Benzinga Live at 11:30. Like always, guys, we set like goals, and that's what it's about, is that I want you guys to hit those goals, and we continue to move forward. So hit that like if you want to support us. All right, looks like we need 2 more, guys. 2 more. I only got what? Oh, it's already 11:06, guys. I'm going to be wrapping on up if we don't get the 2. Oh, there it is. 401. I appreciate whoever just hit the like. Whoever was 400 and 401. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys. That's, you know what I'd say, guys?
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best.
The Dire Straits. Oh, I love that. That's some good stuff there. Chris says you can hit the like twice. Hey, can't go wrong with that. We'll see what happens. MNMD. I haven't heard that one mentioned in a while, Mir. I think that's MindMed. One thing I'll tell you about MindMed is we are going to be having a psychedelics conference, and that's going to be in Miami. It's going to be right before the cannabis conference. So if you want to maybe check out some psychedelics, learn some more about those stocks, then learn about cannabis stocks, on Miami Beach at one of the best hotels in the world, the Fontainebleau, right there on South Beach. Oh, Miami Beach, not South Beach. But hey, go check it on out, guys. All right, guys, going to look to see if Nightscope can keep ripping on up there and we get towards the 9. I'll take a look at it. Let's go ahead. Let's take a quick look here over at the MindMed. All right, so it looks like it's having a decent day up there, holding the VWAP bounces, so that's like a good look. Maybe you look for one more VWAP bounce to hold 129 or 130s and then breaking on out. Let's take a look at the daily chart. The daily chart has a nice layer. It's coming on up there towards the 150s. Could really push on up once it gets back on up there. You see these highs that it keeps trying to get on up there. I'd be looking for above 150 for me to get bullish, but it doesn't look bad. All right, let's go back here. I did see KSCP try to get back above there and then quickly reject there. You can look here. I'll look at the 1 minute so you guys can see that push. Look how that rejected there. All right, guys, getting a price alert on a stock that I was looking at potentially taking a swing trade on, which is OSW, which is a stock here. What this stock does, and let me go ahead and take off the MindMed talk there. So what OSW does is they run the spas on the cruise lines. And with the news that came out that all the cruise ships would be sailing on Carnival, I do like this one for a swing trade. Look at this one setting on up on the weekly. We'd have to risk towards the 10. So I'm looking to maybe get this one on a swing. And of course, this would be a lower share size trade. So I'm going to go ahead and set up here. Did want to take this one. So let me go ahead and take a look here, see if I can grab this on a little bit of a pullback here. So looking for a pullback towards, let's say, 167. Doesn't matter if I could just jump in here. The risk would be down there towards 1010 right now. So you're looking at what? Let's look at this. In percentages, you're looking at a trade of about 5% there, it's almost 6% there on the downside. And then you'd need to make at least a 15% gain there. Let's see where that would be here. So let's say if we got it there and we're looking for a 15% up to the next resistance is only about 13. Maybe you call the top of this resistance 1250. Now you're getting towards that 15%. So it does look good in that sense. And I do have one breakout, two breakouts, three. It came back to support. Let's say maybe we pull this back because there's been more wicks down here, and you got the 4 time to break down that 9, and then you rejected to break it down here on the 28th. That looks strong for me, and I would even maybe use it a little bit closer towards the 950s now, or the 10 as the bottom, or you could even use the 1030 that you see in here. Looking for that continuation through 11. I do like this trade. I'm not going to take it right now just because. I mean, I think I have a lot of money at work right now, so I got to try to let this kind of trade finish, and then we'll see what we do on OSW. All right, what's going on out there, guys? Let's keep going. Let's keep it going in psychedelic stocks. Yeah, and no one likes the DMT stocks? All right, let's keep going out there. At Benzinga, when is that conference that Mitch talked about? Yeah, you know what? I'll bring it up here. Got you guys. I'll show you guys it right now. All right, guys. So let me bring it up on the screen here. All right. So we have the Psychedelics Capital Conference. This is going to be happening on April 19th, guys. This is right before April 20th. You see what we did there, right? 420 at the Cannabis Conference. You guys can't miss that. I'll tell you, that's probably the reason why they didn't invite me is because it's 420. But that just means you guys get to go out there. So get on out there, guys, to the South Beach Life and check it on out, guys. It's going to be April 20 and 21st, the Cannabis Conference. And the day prior is the Psychedelics Capital Conference, and that's on April 19th. So if you guys want to check that on out, I definitely would do so. Of course, you guys can check out more at events.benzinga.com. I'll throw up this in the chat. If you guys want to check out any of our events, I would definitely go ahead and do so. And if you got a question, please reach on out. You guys can reach out at shows@benzinga.com, and I'll go ahead and make sure that you get that question answered, especially if it's about one of these conferences. All right, pulling this down, looking at let's go back to the night scope there. Let's take a look here. We're at the 870s. We're starting to push there. We got towards 880s. I want to get this towards 9. Let's see if we can get this towards a last little push here in KSCP. Been riding this night scope, not bad today, guys. We're up more than, let's say, about 70 cents, 60 cents here. So not looking bad there on night scope. Let's see if this can continue working today. So that conference is Bring Your Own. Well, seeing as Florida, you need a medical license, maybe not Bring Your Own. But if you got the med license in Florida, come on over, you know. Or maybe you just want to learn a little bit more about the company Zen Bullish. You could definitely check it on out. I do have a friend that has a medical card in Florida, and I'm kind of jealous. I wish I had that when I was in Florida, but I enjoy my Colorado life. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Let me refinance my yurt so I can go long on DMT. I like it, Quantum. All right, guys, you're seeing this trying to push towards the 870s. Can we get on up there towards the 890s? That's going to be a major resistance. It has started to do a kind of wave type of trade, right? And so I always talk about this. What they're called is motive waves in the Elliott wave theory. And so you start getting this Elliott wave theory type of move here. You got this first A, B move. This is the C move. This is the longest move and should be the longest part of the trend. A lot of times we're going to see that the middle move is that extension move, and then you get another consolidation at the top. So consolidation at the bottom, consolidation at the top, extension in the middle. They're called motive waves. If you wanted to learn a little bit more about them, look into it. Elliott wave theory. We'll see if this can continue to run and kind of get that push up there towards 9. All right, what's going on out there, guys? Looks like you guys smashed that like, so I'm gonna go ahead and change up the music here. Let's go into DJ Hoch time. I think we need to go ahead and touch a little bit of some other kind of what are we gonna get into today? You know what? I'll put on one of my favorite guys right now. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go with this one here. All right, guys, going to go ahead and bring up the music. You guys smash the like. If you guys got a stock you guys wanted to take a look at before I get on out of here, definitely throw it up in the chat. Let's keep it going. Smash that like, and especially let me know if you guys appreciate the music. This is K Bong, guys. K Bong is a relatively new artist. I mean, he's been around for some time, but I really like him. All right, can this KSCP continue to work for us here? We'll see if we can get on up there. Crashing all around. What alerted you to KSCP? Well, Xavier, if you watched on pre-market, in the pre-market before we opened, I actually covered this stock. I talked about the speculation that was being talked about. So definitely check that on out. A lot of the times we do talk about these before the market opens. Have you taken a look at CAVL? Yeah, we talked about that earlier. There were some guys that were trading it here, Zunaid and Ryan. We could take a look at it right now. I do like hourly sideways moves. So this is an actual really good setup here. Why? Because you're starting to get kind of a sideways look, and you can use that bottom to go off of. So let's say 301 you're looking at right now. You're looking for this to come back on up there through 325s. I do like the setup here. I have no problem with taking this trade. If I wasn't in KSCP, I'd probably take this one too, but it does look like a nice setup there. On the 1 minute, what do you got also? 3 attempts to break down the low is what I look for, right? So let's take a look here. See if we get 3 attempts. So 1 attempt to break down through the low. 2 attempts. I'd look for 1 more attempt. Maybe you're still getting a little bit of a sideways action here, and you get a little bit of a look to come down here and then get you that lift. But we'll see what happens here. For me, I'm not going to react right now. I'm looking for that 3rd bottoming action for me, and then I'd look for that breakout. This is KAVL. Let's go back to that KSCP. It's starting to get a little bit of volume here. Let's see if we can get that lift that we're looking for. This is going to be the last little push. We don't want to see it break through the support there. We want to see it start pushing there. Get towards that 890s. See if we can get the halt. Boom! There's 85s there, guys. Let's go. Like this before. The open ocean is my front door. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. I can't help this feeling. All right, guys, so there was some selling there at the 877s, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, all at the same level. To me, that was someone selling out into the move here. So we got to be careful. We don't want it to break the support. We want it to continue the momentum here. So what would be the support down here? Let's see if it breaks down through this 857. We don't want it to see that break. We want to see the continued momentum get up there through the 890s. BTU, one of my favorite ones. How's that doing today? That's a coal play there. BTU. Still doing well, man. BTU is such a monster. We've been looking at this one since that bullish engulfing candle right here on February 1st. Look how this has continued to run. Nice one there. Well, to the moon, I think you suck, man. I'll just put you on timeout. How's that? Let's keep going, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's get some soja. I might be able to get some soja in before we get on out of here. Might play one more from K-Bong here, though. I do like him. All right, that's going to wrap on up. Let's go towards another one here. Let's do another song here. All right, let's do Open My Eyes there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep watching here. I'm watching this KSCP there, getting up there towards the 880s. Can we get the 890 breakout? We're looking for that breakout there. Let's see if we can continue going here. What's that artist again? This is K-Bong. Born. He's a Hawaiian artist. At least majority of his videos are from Hawaii. I'm sure he knows Stick Figure pretty close too, so can't blame him. I need to get out there to Hawaii. All right, guys, definitely smash the like. Let's keep on going. Let's see if this can get through the 890s. It did fight there at the 80s to try to get through it. I'm giving it a second here to see if we can get that lift. Break through the 850s will just go ahead and get me out there. Open my eyes. Radio host Mitch. Yeah, this is when we enjoy it. This is DJ Hoch time, guys. Definitely smash up the like. Seeing FSR being mentioned in the INTC. Quantum, I'm not the biggest fan of INTC, but I can't blame you for looking at it. Has had a good day today. Let's take a look at Fisker. Fisker's starting to get back up there towards from the 12. I can see hourly holds of this. So nice hourly support there around, let's say, 1175. So that needs a hold and get back above 1236 for you to start looking bullish. A good close would be up there towards 1250. That could show some good bottoming action there. If it doesn't get back above 1250, I wouldn't be bullish though. Here we go. See the sunlight shine, and I can see everything. I can see everything. All right, what's going on out there, guys? Hope you guys are enjoying the last minutes here of live trading. We got about 8 minutes left here. Starting to see a little bit of a turnaround on that KSCP there. So just being careful here. Don't want it to break through the 857s because it could flush down through there. Keeping a close eye on it here. Want to see the reversal come right back up there through the 890s.
So now we'll sit and we'll talk about the things that we talk. We'll move like hands on a car.
You can't handle it, T-Man? No worries. I'm not the best singer. I won't keep singing it. BKKT? Why are you so excited about BKKT? It was moving up. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at it. All right. Looking good here. Looks like you got a nice pattern here. So I'd look at the 15-minute. And you can see here kind of this pattern here that you're going to see. So you can draw it out there. You can see how it held here on this pullback. So as long as it doesn't cross back down through the 7s, I would say it's in a bullish sense here. You want to see it hold this 746, really start closing above that, and then giving you that extension look towards 775. It's not a bad trade today for sure. Nice sideways action on the 5-minute. You guys know how I like to see the 3 bottoming actions. 1, 2, 3. You get this 4th attempt to come back down. It holds there. So as long as it's holding this 736, I like it on the 5-minute. And you can look for a attempt breakout through here. And you want to see the volume increase. MACD cross on over here also. So look for a crossover on the MAC. You're starting to get that. And then you're also starting to get the volume to increase. So that's not a bad look. The big thing is you want to see a nice push. Let's say 400,000 shares on that push of the high. Through, let's say, 55s, getting on up there to the 60s, and then really quickly to the 75s. It's not a bad look to take a look at. All right, it's right off of that level there, KSCP. We'll see if we can get this next lift on up or if we get a breakdown through the 850s. If we do get a breakdown through the 850s, we're just going to take the rest of the profit off and celebrate the win. All right, what's going on out there, guys? BKKT has earnings report on the 17th. Thank you for adding that, John. All right, keeping a close eye on it here. Look how that bid's right there at that 857. There's an important level there. We'll see if we can get back on up there through the 860s and then start pushing towards the 890s. If we can't get on up there, we'll just take the trade off. Trying to get it through on up there towards the next level, but here's 56 being tested here. You can see how there wasn't many shares that filled there. Looking to see if it breaks through 850 here. If not, I'm going to look for a push back up. All right, guys, let's go ahead. We're going to start wrapping on up. We got about 6 minutes left. If you guys got a continued move to take a look at, definitely take a look. BTU has been a monster. Hive and miners, yeah, we can take a look at those. Let's go ahead and do so right now. Just keeping a close eye on this KSCP trade because I don't want it to break through the level that I'm looking at. So let's see if we can get a little pushback here. There you go. 870s showing on up there. Not bad. Let's just make sure that we don't get that close underneath 850s here. If we get a push here towards, let's say, 875s and 880s, I'm going to go ahead and just set a stop and start working on getting to more stocks from you guys in the chat. BKKT, I just got that little rip, small size. Thanks for the heads up. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. GNRC earnings tomorrow before the open. I'm not so sure if you want to take that, but that's all up to you, like always. All right, let's see. What other song are we going to get into today? What are we going to touch? Let's do my favorite song. I played this song before and it's super long, so that's why I like it. It just keeps vibing. It's one of those songs that you could just play all day long. It's called The Weight of Sound. I honestly listen to this song all the time. Spy rug pull, says Kyler. I'll take a look there. Let's take a look. All right, I need to put a 3 chart up because I'm keeping an eye on this KSCP there, and I don't want you guys to miss it if I do get out of the trade because it's a big mover. It's just really quick. So let's go here towards 3 charts. KSCP should still here on the right-hand side. Let's take a look at the SPY. SPY cracking down there. What did it crack? What does it reject to hold? 445.73, the level we've been watching all day. The chop continues in the SPY. Be careful out there, guys. MRO was one that we traded earlier. Look how this one's continued to trade on up there. Looking great there. We'll see if that can continue to trade there. AU coming down a little bit there. I did have an ad at the 80s, but it didn't get that towards that level. We'll see it take out 2110s. That would be a good sign for us on the swing trade for gold. All right, what other trades are being mentioned in the chat? All right, guys, starting to see that KSCP coming down here towards the 50s. Be careful here. Don't want to see 850s break. If I do see that, I'll just take the rest of the shares out. What's going on out there, guys? Definitely smash up the like. Hope you guys are enjoying it out there. Smash the like. We're going to keep on going. Be careful with that Airbnb earnings after the close. Of course, something that it's going to affect all of the earnings. Marriott, of course, affecting today, this morning. You're seeing lodging pushing on up. Just be careful. It could turn around. Sharish wants to talk about the indicators on my chart. I'll go into that tomorrow. I'll give you guys exactly what they are right now, but I'm definitely pay attention to this trade right here. There it is. Crack of that 850s. I'm out there at the 843s. We'll take it. We'll get out and out of there. Not a bad trade there. $43 made on KSCP. Could we have taken it up there at the top? Yes. And maybe made about like $60 on there. But to me, I let the trade work. Let it give me the breakout look. Let it give me that continuation momentum. And we just didn't get it. Sometimes it's okay. And that's what it is, guys. All right, so main charts, I have MACD on the bottom. I have a volume here, RSI, and average true range. What do I use? RSI, oversold, overbought. Of course, I'm looking at extreme levels. Average true range tells us the average volatility in the stock right now. So like, let's say a night scope you were looking at here, you use 9 cents is the average move right now. So 9 cents up, 9 cents down. Think about it that way. It helps you with risk. I shouldn't be risking, let's say, more than 3 times ATR ever. So you just got to be careful with that and pay attention how you use ATR and how you could use it. On top, you got money flow indicators. You got the Chaikin money flow, which is more of an intraday indicator. That's the CMF. That's this light blue line that you see. The dark blue line is an MFI. That's going to be more of your daily money flow indicator. Chaikin is a little bit more of a, let's say, it's more sensitive to the data and the earlier data. And that's why it's more of an intraday kind of alert there for the money flow. And then I also use the money flow overall to give me a little bit less of a volatile line, something that's a little bit smoother, let's say like 200-day compared to 50-day average. Who has this singing? This is Stick Figure. Stick Figure. I hope you guys appreciate it. And one of my favorite songs, The Weight of Sound. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. We're going to go ahead and wrap on up. I hope you guys enjoyed the day, and just keep on rocking and keep on moving. Everything's going to be all right. I hope you guys have a great one today. Keep working on your trading. And like always, stay right here on Benzinga. I will be live at 4:30. So definitely, if you guys want to come to Money Mitch today, after Cannabis Insider, come and check it on out. We'll review all these stocks. We'll talk about the swing trade still on AU. If you guys want to talk about that, come towards Money Mitch. Like always, up next, you got Benzinga Live. Stick around. Spencer Israel, AB, I'm sure they have something fun for you guys planned. And like always, we'll keep battling right here on Live Trading with Benzinga. And tell your friends, because we got a lot to keep going through.